I would like to say I'm very happy to be the first person to be asked back twice.
Yay!
This is not a reflection of my sex life.
Or of our popularity with other comedians in the Vienna comedy scene.
Look, we always give the worst guy on our podcast a second chance, you know?
I wish
guy got 2 episodes.
No, we don't have.
I wish all the guys on Tinder had the same attitude. But they do not.
All right, welcome to the Eurocentrist, season 2, episode 1. We've made it for a whole season, guys.
Epic.
Whoop whoop! Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being interested in history.
Yes, without you, we couldn't have done it. So thank you first, and then second, thank my co-host. Thank you so much for being on this journey for over a year now.
Thank me.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And one of our favorite guests from the first season is back. It is Shane. Hey,
Shane Callahan.
Thank you. Sorry,
Hey.
just to clarify, one of your favorite.
the favorite, of course.
Thank you.
Of course,
One, yeah, because
The best looking. The best looking so far.
You're such a liar.
Victor's gonna have some words to say.
Tito has some words to say.
Every other guest that you've had is going to have some words to say.
I mean,
to be fair, Tito is a gorgeous man.
He is very gorgeous, and also you compared our last subject of the podcast to Tito, genuinely confusing them for each other, which is very funny. We will have to put 2 pictures up next to each other to see for sure. The resemblance, I see it. I see it, but I love the sincerity of, oh, is that Tito? You just have him.
It's a picture. It's a before and after for scar tissue recovery.
Great grandfather in Cuba.
That's how he fled. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, I like the idea that Tito was the next subject of our podcast. Can you imagine if this podcast went on so long that one of the guests became an episode of the podcast?
I mean, we're getting closer.
I don't think
we're getting closer. I have some research on some of our comedians that might be able to be an episode.
Oh my god, is this
that's quite terrifying?
No, not them themselves, but their relatives.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, what do you know about?
None of the comedians is interesting enough for that.
Oh, I have a relative who discovered a river in Canada.
What the fuck?
Okay. I don't think that's going to be enough to fill a whole episode. I'm not going to lie. Did he cheat on his wife or something?
And he was Austrian.
What? No.
Yeah. He married my grand aunt.
That is he still alive?
No.
Of course not. You discovered a river.
Maybe he was 110 years old now. 120.
No, maybe it wasn't a river. He discovered some
a fjord or
some
something?
geographical feature
in Canada.
Somewhere in Canada.
Dude,
look at that.
Look at that.
Maybe he just. I often don't listen when my parents talk. Maybe he discovered Canada. I'm not sure.
I mean,
how
he'd
old
still
is
be
Canada?
like 200 years old.
If he's Austrian, then he just made the joke. Oh, Canada in Canada.
That's for our German speakers.
This has been the Eurocentrist podcast. There is no episode for today. Go home. Stop listening.
Today's episode.
Yes,
no.
exactly.
Yeah,
because we're on a timer, you have to leave us sooner than later. So how about we go into the topic already? Because
no, it's okay. We're more important than whatever Shane has to do. Actually,
today's topic is gonna be about Gefrorene.
Oh, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
Gefrorene, like frozen people.
Exactly.
Is this Frozen? Are we gonna?
Yes, we're doing Frozen.
Oh my god.
No, we're not.
Can we just cut now? Just let it go. I
mean, that is part of this.
Our special guest, Adele Dazim.
All right, let's start with a quote. In truth, that his charm is past a doubt, for we know how a Lutzen's bloody affair. Where firing was thickest, he was still there, as cool as might be, sirs, riding about. That hat on his head was shot through and through, in coat and boots the bullets flew, left traces full clear to all men's view, but none got so far as to scratch off his skin, for the ointment of hell was too well rubbed in.
You must answer these riddles 3.
Friedrich Schiller, The Camp of Wallenstein, translated by James Churchill.
The Camp of Wallenstein.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
General Wallenstein in this case. Different Wallenstein.
Okay, that's not the bit that scared me. It was the camp bit that scared me.
And so Weinstein and Einstein, they're two different people.
Also different.
Extremely different.
These people
No, that's what Einstein's nickname was after he got a couple of glasses in it.
Wallenstein. Woo!
He was like, I'm gonna build a bomb.
I'm relatively drunk over here.
Ew. Okay, that was actually good. I'm proud of you. You can keep listening now, everyone.
Let's get into the topic. Origins. Festmachen, to make fast, also known, at least in Upper German dialects, meaning those of southern Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, as Gefrorene, to freeze, was a widespread German superstition dating back at least to the 15th century, whereby somebody's skin could be rendered impervious to iron, lead, and fire, making the person in question near invincible in battle. Belief in this practice peaked during the 30 Years' War of 1618 to 1648, as exemplified above by Schiller's account of the Bohemian general Wallenstein, who was among the many soldiers of that big old kerfuffle said to be a Gefrorener.
So give everyone frostbite so that they don't have to feel any of the anything. Destroy their limbs so that they may be impervious to iron and whatever the fuck you said.
Fire.
Exactly.
Iron, fire, and lead, which is guns.
That would be an amazing band, by the way.
So this is if you made people so cold that you froze them that they wouldn't be able to...
No, I think in this case freezing just means like to freeze in time and place kind of thing, like making you impervious because you don't move anymore. It's very old-timey German.
Is that just very poetic for dead?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No,
seems
like... Well, yeah. I mean, that is also a Gefrorener, is definitely...
You're frozen in time, you can't move. Yes.
I'm still not convinced this isn't just frostbite. Like, this is...
But it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing... It's a superstition. It's a superstition. Yes. This is just how they are called.
In Germany, famously one of the coldest parts of the planet. Not one of the coldest.
Not even close,
but it's up there. It's famous for its bad weather.
Fair enough, but again, okay, so let's continue. While the origins of the Gefrorenen are hard to determine, der Handwörterbuch des deutschen Aberglaubens and Gustav Freitags Bilder aus der deutschen Vergangenheit,
all right, translate
which I'm using as my somewhat problematic but easily accessible main sources, draw an understandable comparison to the ancient Greek hero Achilles.
Okay.
Whose mother dunked him in the river Styx as an infant, leaving him invulnerable everywhere but on his heel, where she had held onto him.
His mother dunked on him immediately by giving him one weakness.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Yeah, she really messed that up. If that was an Irish story, the mother would have just thrown the baby head first into the down river.
Exactly. And she would have joined the NBA.
Yeah. Just delicately holding your son into the river. Who does that? Just fire the kid in.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the equivalent of those grandparents that just throw the kid in to teach him how to swim. I mean, Achilles would have legitimately been better off that way.
Yep. A more apt parallel possible origin lies with the German hero Siegfried, protagonist of the Nibelungenlied, which is then also transferred into the Ring der Nibelungen, which is the big Wagner piece.
Yeah,
where we got all the
Flight of the Valkyrie.
Yeah, exactly. That's
also gets name checked directly in Django Unchained for our Tarantino stands in the audience.
It's a fucking good play.
Yeah.
Who bathed in dragon's blood to much the same effect, leaving him vulnerable only between his shoulder blades, either because a leaf stuck to him without him noticing, or because he simply couldn't reach that spot when rubbing the red dragon juice all over himself, depending on which version of the tale you follow.
I hate when I'm having a bath and a leaf gets stuck on my shoulder blade.
Yeah. I spend hundreds of euros on dragon bloods. and
then I miss. It's like basically the modern equivalent of like putting sun cream on the beach.
You don't have a friend?
I was thinking
Siegfried needed a friend.
I was like, did he have no friends? Or maybe he did and they just didn't like him. They drew a penis on the back of his dragon's blood.
In that part of the tale, Siegfried was just accepted to the court.
So he definitely didn't have any friends.
He didn't have any friends at that point, and everybody hated him because he was so dope.
Oh, this is tale as old as time.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Shane Fried.
Damn it, that actually works.
Shane Fried. That can be my German alter ego. My German alter ego is normally called Klaus.
But Shane Fried is also not bad.
Shane Fried is not bad.
Yeah.
What are we drinking? Sorry.
Apple juice.
Very nice apple juice.
Oh, I thought this was vodka.
Sorry.
Why would you think that?
I think everything is vodka.
Yeah.
You think it was like fucking
like
apple cider
tastes
vinegar?
like chicken?
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. Just like Siegfried, Gefrorene too were said to be vulnerable between the shoulder blades. This might, of course, indicate anything from both myths having a common origin to the tales of the Gefrorenen being inspired by the Nibelungenlied to mere coincidence.
So the Gefrorene are basically like White Walkers, if I'm not mistaken, or they're just like snow creatures that are impervious to pain or what. I don't actually know what the Game of Thrones thing is.
Don't get hung up on coldness here. That doesn't come into play here.
That's a very stupid name.
Okay, so same in English. Frozen in time doesn't mean you are frozen.
Yeah, but we don't call creatures. We don't call creatures frozens as if frozen in time. That would be very confusing in English. Well, neither are these guys, evidently, since that has nothing to do with cold.
Chill, and they're not chilly.
So they're the chill guys.
This is true. One time I did a poo in a park. In Berlin, and it was like -10, and it froze really quickly.
Oh,
see, that also has to do with colds, though.
I also do with being in Germany, and
Thank you for sharing.
It's been in my head.
Thank you for sharing.
Talking about
see
this.
how every time it goes back to temperature when you talk about this, Paul?
Okay.
You fucking dumbass. Think before you speak. Anyway, keep talking.
Back to poopy anus.
Back to poopy anus.
No.
Oh, Shane.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Shane. Okay, no, sorry. So,
all right.
These frozen guys that aren't frozen.
Exactly. The commonality seems less significant once one considers that Gefrorene were actually said to have quite a few vulnerable spots, including the eyes, the back of the neck, the armpits, the hollow of the knee, and the area under the nose.
So just like a person. They're a person.
A bog standard human being.
Yeah. My weakness is bullets.
Exactly.
It's sharp objects.
Standard issue human.
So just guys that are a little bit chilly sometimes. Really chill stoner dudes.
Can somebody turn on the temperature? The heat of the battle. I'm an idiot. It's right there.
These sound like the shittest mythical creatures.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All of their vulnerabilities are the exact same as humans. And
exactly. What about them is magical except that they are impervious to fucking...
It would be amiss not to mention the many Scandinavian tales of similar magic. There's the god Baldur, invincible to every material but mistletoe.
So these guys just refuse to get laid.
Allergy.
He refuses.
The god has an allergy.
He refuses to get laid. He just won't kiss anyone.
I love that. You can set him on fire and he won't die, but if you put a little bit of mistletoe over his head and kiss him, he just dies immediately. Like, that's brilliant.
In fairness, though, same.
Which proved rather fatal when Loki played one of his hilarious pranks on him. There's also the fact that one of Odin's 18 charms served to let warriors return unharmed from battle. And, of course, the famous berserkers, in Old Norse berserkir, singular berserker, frenzied fighters often said to be impervious to fire and iron. So, while it's certainly within the realm of possibilities that the origins of the Gefrorenen ultimately go as far back as Proto-Germanic times, which would be around 2,000 years ago, or even, if we want to go out on a limb and include Achilles and similar Irish tales of invulnerable warriors, have some Proto-Indo-European root around 5,000 years ago, all that is highly speculative, and for all intents and purposes, Gefrorene were purely a phenomenon of the last few centuries and are much more likely to originate with the general human wish to not be stabbed to death rather than any specific mythological background.
So it has nothing to do with cold temperature. It just so happened to exclusively develop in nations that are known for their cold temperature.
Yeah.
They're not. You don't see anyone in Madrid being afraid of these frozen guys. No one in Sicily is fucking losing their minds over this.
They have different magic there.
They have
hot, spicy magic.
They have spicy magic.
I like that it developed by people not wanting to be stabbed repeatedly. I mean, I don't.
I mean,
really
that's
enjoy
fair.
being stabbed repeatedly. Yeah, fair.
But you've got these other like Norse gods though. What do you need these special guys for when you've got all these charms that can protect you?
Well,
like these guys.
Let's go into the historical accounts. Martin Luther himself witnessed a lad who pushed a sword against his own chest until the blade was bent down to the hilt, without piercing his own skin.
And that's how he stopped racism.
Wrong, Luther!
Wrong, Martin Luther.
The FBI got him in the end. That was his one weakness.
Oh my God, Martin Luther King spoke German. I did not know that.
Ich habe einen Traum. Das Wiener und Salzburger eines Tages nebeneinander.
For our non-German speaking audience, this is Paul solving racism between the Viennese and the Salzburgers, a famously at war group of people with two groups of white people that just cannot get along.
On our next episode, Homer Simpson and the Iliad.
Homie, stop reading the Iliad, homie.
Why does it sound like Jar Jar Binks?
We're so sorry about the accent.
Oh my God.
This is too many cultural references, all sort of like washing machined up.
All right, up.
Okay, Martin Luther was impervious to...
No, he knew a guy.
He knew a guy. Okay.
He further knew a Landsknecht, which are Landsknecht are, I think, warriors, basically. Made invincible by the devil, who was eventually stabbed to death.
That's not what invincibility means.
But had named the time and place this would happen beforehand.
Oh my God.
That's what you get for... Apparently, there's loads of stories. The devil is just actually not cool.
Yeah. He always resents.
I don't know if you heard, but...
Have you heard that? Apparently, you're not supposed to get in with
Such
that.
a cunt.
Apparently, it's quite a baddie, I believe.
The devil?
Are we the
seemingly.
baddie? No.
The devil.
Am I the villain?
But I like that it's one of these stories of like they knew exactly when and where and at what time they were gonna die, but they conveniently didn't bother to write it down. I guess I'm not sure if anyone at this
avoid it.
Yeah, that too.
Don't go to the place where people tell you that you're gonna die.
No,
just stay away from that fucking place.
Destiny.
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid.
Sorry, can you repeat the date and time? I'm just going to put it in my Google Calendar.
Yes, exactly. It's like these like, you know, Nostradamus types that are like, I predicted 9/11 was gonna happen. It's like, what? Why didn't you tell anyone then?
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot. Like you could have stopped it.
Master gunsmith Samuel Zimmermann from Augsburg speaks of a well-known local ruffian who couldn't be pierced by a sword and often bragged that he'd rather fight 2 or 3 men than have a good meal, but was eventually killed by a halberd to the back of the head in 1550.
I think that just, you said you'd rather fight someone than have a meal?
Have a good meal.
I think he just had an eating disorder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't...
And the adrenaline from the fighting
exactly
suppresses the hunger.
And 2 or 3 men, he sounds gay.
Gay and also has body dysmorphia.
Halberd to the back, am I right?
Yeah. I just want to roll around with these 2 or 3 men aggressively rather than eating. I'm like, okay, you're a homosexual.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I just love fighting with men. I just love wrestling naked with men all the time and not eating. Okay.
Gay men these days, all they want to do is not eat hot chip and lie.
All I want to do is diet and roll around with men. And it's pretty relatable, to be honest.
Okay, so yeah, he dies immediately because he's not eating anything, obviously.
Also, those spells are bullshit, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe that. Maybe.
Zimmerman also mentions another acquaintance of his who was stabbed with a dagger. His skin remained completely intact, but the man soon died from internal bleeding.
All the bleeding that's happening is internal.
That's where the plot is supposed to be.
Exactly. That's probably dead ass what they thought.
So he stabbed him repeatedly.
Once.
But he had no mark on his skin.
Yeah.
But then died from internal bleeding.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of bad.
Ghost blade.
That's also just the basic laws of physics don't really make sense there. But
yeah.
I mean, you still died.
So the thing is, with thin ass little daggers, you could pierce somebody and it would make such a fine cut that it would close off basically immediately. So, or if you're fat, that also happens sometimes where the fat folds just, basically make a seal. And yeah, then you keep bleeding inside and it's 1550. So nobody's gonna get you to the x-ray.
I just think like
there's not even doctors who do internal medicine.
Yeah, absolutely not. They just sort of throw a ghost at it. And see
exactly.
No, but I also like the fact that I think there's something really viscerally funny about like, see, I am impervious to metal, and then immediately it like walks into another room and then dies. That reminds me of there's I don't think this is a real headline, but I once saw a headline that was like, Trump announces in restaurant that all the meals are on him, and then walks out without paying.
That happened for real.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of that, basically. Everything's
I'm
on
indestructible, and then just get hit by a bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get Regina Georged immediately.
In 1555, during a battle at Marienburg, a stray bullet glanced off of the silver coin hanging around a small child's neck, which may have contributed to the popularity of magical and sacred coins that could shield their wearer from harm. From 1558, we get reports of a soldier who shook enemy bullets out of his clothing and skin after every battle completely unharmed.
How did he shake it out of his skin?
Though he was eventually beaten to death by peasants described as Welsh in the original text.
Oh my God. So he was also indestructible but was beaten to death by Welsh people.
Yeah. That's really funny how these indestructible guys...
Also, Welsh people
dying.
and a coin? They came for that coin,
They
bro.
were totally coming for the coin. They're like, wee.
Why is that not a phrase? I'd be coming for that coin. You
Also,
know
I don't
what
think football had been invented yet, but the Welsh probably just were still angry.
Huh?
I don't think, football hadn't been invented.
Oh, yeah, they were just angry in general.
Just,
yeah.
I mean, I presume the English are oppressing them at this point in history.
Probably,
now. They were that's probably what they were mad about.
1555. Yeah. We're getting to oppressive territory. Yeah.
Territory? You mean territory?
Yep, exactly what you said.
I'm sorry, I'm not over the fact like he shook his
just his jacket and bullets came
skin,
out.
but it said his skin too. I was like, you don't shake your skin. That's weird.
Maybe he had like bingo wings, those like things.
Oh yeah, a little bit extra flap.
Double chin.
I didn't think people lived that long. Oh my God.
Hang on, sorry, I've just got a bullet here.
Sorry, what was that you were saying? I got it stuck in my ear. That's why I can't listen to what you're saying.
Also, do you believe in magical coins? Because I kind of want to, but I don't.
Oh, what is it about magical coins that seems so like enticing to you?
It's probably an Irish thing, like the crock of gold and stuff like that. But do you believe in charms at all, like crystals or?
Not
personally,
really,
no.
No, okay.
No.
I believe in vibes, but I don't feel like that's attached to a rock or anything.
You don't think a rock has good vibes?
I mean, not inherently. Maybe some rocks might, but like not the ones that cost like $60 to buy like on someone's Etsy store.
Apart just a rock, it definitely doesn't have any personality. It's sold out.
Yeah. Thank you for thank you.
The capitalism took all the personality out of the magical rock. All right.
It has a 9-to-5 job now. It's a salaried stone now.
It's salaried vibes.
Yeah. This German term, Welsh is German. Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's not even to do with...
This German term, which is related to the English word Welsh, is used for either the French or Italian, depending on your area. What? So we called the French and the Italians Welsh? Crazy.
This is like so confusing.
So weird. Okay, almost all of the auxiliaries sent from Brandenburg to help out the French Huguenots in 1587 were found by the victorious French Catholics to have carried spells, coins, and other talismans to shield them from harm around their necks. In 1594, in Vienna, Jesuit Georg Scherer sharply condemned the practice of Gefrorene as devil's work.
Georg Scherer, sharply.
Yeah.
And that means scissors.
Yeah.
Scissors.
Georg Scissors.
Georg Scissors, sharply condemned.
Good one, Ben.
Yeah.
Well done, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. I was about to ask if this is the one you wrote or the one Ben wrote.
No, this is Ben. From the early 17th century on, this kind of magic became known as Passauerkunst, the Passau art. So the city of Passau, yeah.
I've never been there. I really want to go.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that where the Danube kind of starts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Passau is a lovely, lovely city.
How far is it from here?
Like 2 hours by train.
Oh my God, can we go?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
right now?
Well, yeah. On our next episode, join us in Passau.
Road trip.
Yeah.
Most likely after a man in Passau, Bavaria, who sold magic spell papers to soldiers. Though other, less likely explanations for the name have also been offered. During the siege of Pilsen in Bohemia in 1619, a man called Hans Fabel reportedly walked up to the city walls with a glass of beer in his hand, offering it to the defenders. He was shot at, but nevertheless calmly finished his beer, thanked his opponents, returned to camp, and pulled 5 bullets out of his unharmed chest.
He's brilliant.
Badass. This is the first success story from one of these fucking talismans.
What's his name?
His name was Hans Fabel.
Hans Fabel, which sounds like a fable.
Yeah,
Yeah, even his name is even magic.
Yeah.
So he just walked up
He's
to a town that was being besieged and was like, here, I've got some beer.
Yeah,
Do you
and they
want
shot
it?"
at him.
And they're like, no, but we're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
And he just survived and drank
And he's
his
just like,
beer.
fuck it, I'll drink the beer then.
He's the coolest
Ungrateful
dude ever.
bitches.
Yes.
I
Cool
love
guys walk away from explosions,
Pretty
but
much.
this guy just walks into gunfire with a beer.
There's multiple levels of badass there. I love
Yeah.
the idea of going up to your enemy and offering them a gift and then the enemy refusing it and then you just consuming it in front of them.
Yeah, that's pretty badass
As
on
if
its
you
own.
eat the horse.
Literally. Yeah.
That's what.
What, you don't want this?
Oh my
Fine.
God, you guys.
That's
this
what the
is
Trojans
amazing.
should have done. Is they should have set the horse on fire.
That would have been the smart
Yeah.
move, yes.
It's like, fuck you, I'm not accepting this. Destroy it immediately.
Oh my God, this is so funny. He fell sick soon afterwards and died before the city was taken. Of course, he got shot like 5
Yeah.
times.
Well, I guess it's not really a success story then. But
No.
but that is but again, that's exactly what I was like talking about, where it's like that's fucking badass that like I was stabbed and I'm fine and then dies off screen somewhere.
So
Yeah.
funny.
That is very funny.
The use of the word sick is fantastic. Like, can you imagine calling in sick to work? You're like, I'm sick. What happened? I've been shot multiple times.
I have a bad case of the bullet.
Oh, that's an amazing
Several-
turn of phrase. Bad case of the bullet, baby.
I have several bullets inside me. I actually can't make it to work today.
You still fake the cough.
And your supervisor is like, come on, don't fake it.
Yeah.
It's like you've got 6 bullets in you right now.
He's sick. His arm has been blown off. Like, okay.
Just shake him out.
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot. No.
From the same eyewitness account, we get the story of a drummer boy of 14 or 15 years who was hit by a bullet that bounced off his arm and chest. The account also claims that all Gefrorene eventually came to a bad end and go to hell, unlike those honest soldiers who only use prayers for defense.
They did not just say that soldiers that use prayers for defense. This is some fucking like youth group Christian ass bullshit. This is some lock-in. I'm gonna go see Jack and Jill at midnight with the with other 12-year-olds. Fucking bullshit.
Also, I love that was the soldiers' only 2 options: A, purchase some spells, or B, pray.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the only 2 options. Like, could we just sort of either not have a war or like get some proper defense going on?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, these
How
are...
about a
No budget.
nice armor? Yeah.
Yeah.
How about some nice armor?
Could I have another gun, please?
A helmet would be lovely.
So
Yeah.
prayers are a lot cheaper. So,
That is true.
sorry, we don't have the budget.
Thoughts and prayers
Thoughts and prayers
for the battlefield.
for the battlefield. See, we wouldn't have to balloon our military budget so much in the United States if we just
Substitute
can
it
we
with
just
prayers.
can we just send Israel thoughts and prayers instead of weaponry?
military order
Instead of military
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what we
Or
send.
give them the charms.
Yeah, that's what we send to the victims of mass shootings. So.
How did Christianity take over Europe when it's
That's
just so
crazy.
stupid?
It is
It's like
insane.
we're just going to walk up to this town and we're going to take it by praying.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I don't see that being work. No, we're going to pray at them constantly. It's just so annoying. The town agrees
So-
to just be part of our
Just
kingdom.
be like,
This is not far after the Black Death ravaged Europe.
they really want to believe it, I guess.
And yeah, first of all, like God just had punished all of Europe. A third of the population had died.
yeah,
And then on top of that, you have the Christian church at that point still being kind of in its death cult phase, because especially during the...
In other words, it's flop era.
Yeah, but no, especially during the Crusades.
Yeah.
That's straight up a death cult.
Pretty much.
That's straight up a death cult.
And if
you all have to die so that we can go into heaven, you know, like that is straight
that's like
up
the QAnon of the Black Death.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's if we've got Martin Luther, we're also at the Reformation times as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're
all the other
crazy
Lutheranism,
times.
Protestantism, Calvinism, all
that starts to be a thing. Yeah.
That reminds me of like when Britney Spears' second album came out. And then suddenly there was like Avril Lavigne and Pink and Kelly Clarkson, and they all came along with Britney's third album. It's basic. That was like the Reformation.
Fair, yeah.
I love
that is a great analogy.
It is a great comparison, but I love the sentence starting from the Black Death. I go, that's like Britney Spears' second album.
Toxic.
And
that's her fourth album. Oh my
God! You uncultured swine!
I'm leaving.
Once again, we need to explain Madonna to this man.
Oh,
that's right. One of the first things Shane comments is like, "Put me on the podcast. We're gonna just talk about Madonna for an hour and a half." Anyway.
All right. In spite of the eternal damnation awaiting anyone engaging in it, the practice remained popular enough that in 1629, during the siege of Magdeburg, complaints about invulnerable enemies were so rampant that the commanders actually had negotiations about banning the magic in their respective ranks. There's too much magic going on in here. Stop doing spells.
I just also love the idea of like a serious military campaign in the middle of Europe, and it's all just sort of like Harry Potter, where they're all just like Expelliarmus. Like, guys, will you please stop that and pick up your guns and start practicing? For the love of God, none of you can shoot a gun. Will you please put the wands down? And also, if you believe in magic, then yeah, by default, the enemy also has magic as well.
Yeah.
So do you just say that magic is not real? Then you don't have any magic, but the enemy still does have the magic. And then you're like, oh, damn,
You gotta at least protect yourself on the magic front, because you never know. But I can't also, instead of Harry Potter, I can't help but think of like those Tumblr witches that would like steal human bones to practice their witchcraft. That's what, I mean, that would fucking annoy me.
Goths.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of goth kids, the vampire kids from South Park. And they're like, you gotta stop blasting My Chemical Romance.
I mean, to be fair, those charms would be really good during a school shooting.
Oh my God.
Thoughts and prayers to all victims of mass violence.
Uvalde charms.
I'm just thinking if there was like a third world war and it was like Russia and China against America and Europe, and we're going in with like
doing this.
Well, no, they're coming in with like proper weaponry, and we're going in with like dressed basically as like House of Slytherin. Then the other group are going in just praying at them, like with just loads of like Latino people going in with crucifixes praying, going, lads, we've really let the Western side down here completely. Like we've no guns at all. We're just being passive aggressive and praying.
Instead of like war, can we just do like WWE matches?
Oh, that would be so much easier.
That would be so much easier and so much more fun. It could be like Eurovision, but international policy gets affected by it.
Oh, that's fuck. There was a movie from the late 80s that's basically exactly that.
Rocky?
Robot jocks.
Wow, I've never heard of it.
Me neither, but
it's Russia and America have like giant robots that are like Pacific Rim style, controlled by a guy inside.
What are you talking about? That's called Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm sorry, I'm making.
But that's all from the same
I know. I was making a
origins point. And then they just punch each other, and then when whoever wins, they get Alaska or whatever, you know?
Okay, but I don't want them to be
Did America win?
Not at first.
Okay,
you gotta watch the movie.
Oh no! Okay.
Well,
actually, it's not a bad movie. Especially for the budget and the
sounds awful.
Oh, it's terrible, but it's fun.
We need to show Shane the Brad Pitt movie from Bosnia or wherever it was, Serbia.
Yes.
So Brad Pitt, completely unrelated. Brad Pitt, like second movie of his entire career. What was it?
First.
No. It was right after his first movie.
Oh yes.
It was right after Thelma and Louise. Someone in Yugoslavia is like, we'll pay you $14,000 to be in our movie, and he's in the movie. Like he's wearing like a mask for half it because I don't think he was able to be there the entire time. Yeah. But like he's in the movie.
Every time they want a hunky shot of him, it's him.
And yeah, there's a lot of that.
But
he has a gimp mask on. It's hilarious.
He has a gimp mask on almost the entire time
because he's allergic to the sun.
And yes, that's right. That's the whole thing. He's allergic to the sun, and
they move there because they find a witch doctor or something like that who can help with his Gefrorene.
That's true. And the cover of the DVD or whatever looks like a gay porn novel.
It's great.
It's great. We have to watch it.
He's allergic to the sun, so he has to wear a gimp mask, but he's topless.
No. He gets topless later on.
He does? Okay, because I didn't see this part yet.
I think wasn't he swimming in the ocean? Weirdly.
Oh, maybe. I thought he still had the suit on.
No. He didn't have a suit on anymore. I think that's where he already gave up. But whatever. Okay, let's go back to the Gefrorene and Gefrorene. That's the next chapter. Gefröre and Gefrorene. The people who
purportedly
knew the art of making someone gefroren, called Gefröre, were naturally the usual black magic suspects.
I hate this name, by the way. This is just so complicated.
Yes. Romani people, Jews, provosts, which is military police, and priests, as well as mythical figures such as Martin Pumphut.
Banging name.
Dr. Faust.
Ayo.
And the Smith of Jüterbock.
Dr. Faust, speaking of the devil.
Exactly. The Gefrorenen, or Festen, on the other hand, were often men associated with violence, including soldiers, knights, generals, huntsmen, poachers, robbers, hoodlums, and highwaymen. But also, again, Romani people, and, when they eventually became a thing, Freemasons.
Highwaymen and Freemasons.
These are all people that were accused of being
put a spell upon them to make them invulnerable.
So this is sort of similar to like the American kind of Salem.
The Red Scare and Salem witch trials.
That's going to come much later, but it's basically anyone who is socially a little bit different.
Yes.
But they accused priests of being these. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that weird.
No,
I feel like that makes sense politically for some people to be like, this guy shouldn't be here. I want to be a priest.
Depends on the priest. Yeah, depends on the priest for sure.
Or I mean, especially if like Catholicism and all these other, there's so many people jockeying for power at this time.
That's true. Some legendary figures, namely a German archer by the name of Punker and a German poacher known as der Schwarze Hiesel, were likewise said to be Gefrorene, as was the mayor of some town in what is now the German state of Saarland. So the mayor is bulletproof?
Vote for me! I will make this city bulletproof, as bulletproof as I am.
What do you plan to do about the economic crisis? I'm bulletproof.
I'm
Nothing to lose.
Fire away, baby.
Fire away. I love Punker the Archer. He sounds hot.
Oh yeah, that's a good name, right?
He actually looks like Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, what do you do for a living? I'm an archer. I'm like, damn, get in my bum.
I'm sorry, the way get in my
catch
bum.
Fire. Catch fire. Right?
Arch me immediately.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm hungering for your peen game.
I just love the phrase "get in my bum" because it sounds so childish to say bum. Like, get my butt. Like, this is
butt me up, bro.
Butt me up, bro. Butt me up, Scotty. Okay.
Historical figures said to be Gefrorene include the Landsknecht Sebastian Schertlin von Burtenbach, said to have acquired this power by refraining from eating any kidneys his entire life.
Again, eating disorders. What the fuck is this?
And Edzard I, Count of East Frisia. No, that's not a typo. Dude was actually named Edzard with a Z and had a brother named Uko. What are those Star Trek names?
His parents were hippies.
Whatever, Edzard.
Edzard and Uko.
Uko. That's
UKO, which is, what is that?
I love it. That's
actually,
so cool.
I kind of like Uko. That sounds like
Uko's
an anime
cool.
name.
It sounds like an ingredient.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. You have 3 to 6 pinches of Uko at least to make your
I've completely
stew.
ran out of Uko and miso. Yeah. I would love to have loads of children and just name them after sauces. This is my
This is my daughter barbecue.
This is not.
This is mayo. This is miso. This is jalapeno.
This is my bechamel. Bechamel.
And ketchup. We don't know. Ketchup is non-binary. We don't know.
Puttanesca, come here, Puttanesca. I think that's not a sauce, it's a dish.
Good enough. All right. Oh shit. As well as Pope Alexander VII, from that guy ruled from 1655 to 1667. There was also a bunch of 30 years war generals, including the aforementioned Albrecht von Wallenstein, Adam Erdmann Trutschka von Lippe, Johannes Tschelklaes, Count of Tilly, Heinrich Holk, Gottfried Heinrich Graf zu Pappenheim. Funny. And isn't it amazing that I didn't make any of these stupid names up? Yeah, you could have, Ben. You could have totally made those up, and we were like, I don't know.
That just gave me the idea of like, what if we gaslit our audience for a whole episode and we just wrote completely fake history? I kind of, yeah.
Future. It's gonna happen to you at one point.
Yeah, be prepared. Don't trust everything you see on the internet, folks.
And then after he completed the pyramids, he went on to build the Titanic.
Yeah.
What? I hate though. Do you know what I hate when you read history? I don't like when they name wars based on how long they were.
Yes.
That pisses me off because
Also,
the 100 Years' War, I think, is between France and England.
Yeah.
But they had so many wars that they basically just named them by how long they were, and it's incredibly confusing.
Because you have your 7-year war, you have your 13-year war, you have your 100-year war, and your 30th year.
That's
So those are the 4
confusing.
big ones.
You could
And all of them don't last the time they say they do.
Yeah. I love, if you want to have a good war, like a good name, the Spanish War of Succession.
Nice.
I get it.
Nice.
I know where it
War
is.
of the Roses.
And a lovely, a bit poetic. It's brilliant. Yeah. Because they'd no roses in one part of England and they wanted the roses. It's important. It's important to know that.
We need to secure the rose supply.
Yeah.
99% of the English fuckers have 100% of the roses.
Just the British really value roses.
It's just really about gardening at the end of the day.
Just horticulture.
That's how we solve this, with violence.
Yeah. But yeah, the 30 Years' War, I'm like, that tells me nothing.
Lame
Exactly,
name.
yeah.
It doesn't. I need more.
Because World War II is about the world and the fate of it.
Yeah, and it's the sequel.
Yeah,
so it's
and
perfect.
it's the sequel. Like, that's exactly
The
what
Cold
it
War, I totally love it. Great.
Fantastic.
I'm a little bit dubious because it's not really a war either.
Because it's cold.
But that's
It's Gefrorene.
but that's also not fucking accurate. These motherfuckers.
A nuke charm.
Oh,
they
God.
definitely sold those.
Actually, a
Oh,
nuke.
for sure. In the 50s and 60s.
Wow, a nuke charm.
Yeah,
Charm.
like if there's a nuke drop near you, you don't get radiation or something stupid.
Oh, for sure.
Probably not in
for sure
America,
said.
but maybe in, like, the Soviet Union. I could see some parts of Europe doing.
Mexico.
Maybe.
Americans going to Mexico for some cult shit, and then you get a nice anti-nuke button.
In Ireland, I'd imagine some people buying that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Italians.
Yeah, love
for
it.
sure.
Because the thing is as well, like in some places, the superstition and Catholicism, like they're completely opposing ideals. If you are a Catholic, you should not, like it's...
But they are still so intersected.
Same mechanism.
It's super intertwined, but like I think even in Catholicism, there's so many things where God is like, it's me and nothing else. You can't have fortune tellers, you can't have tarot card readings, anything, but yet we do.
At the same time we do.
In Italy has loads of stuff like that where
They have the evil eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
that's
a whole societal thing about cursing other people.
Well, no,
Yeah.
the evil eye is supposed to like protect you from curses.
Also that. Both. It does both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember...
Because you can give somebody the evil eye.
Oh, okay.
Can you give someone the side eye?
That's just
the bombastic side eye.
That's just Italian standard looks.
No, they should have called the Cold War the passive aggressive war to make it like accurate. That doesn't accurately portray.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It would have been also the ultimate proxy war. We can also call it that.
Yeah, that's also a better name than the Cold War.
I love that if we should rename every war as if we were all fought by drag queens.
Please, can we do
queer
that?
eye for war?
Yeah, so the
queer evil eye for
There we go.
the Cuban Missile Crisis should be called, no you don't. You're not putting that there. No. Oh, hell no. Move. The
Bay of Pigs is, America fucking failed. Actually, but that can go to Vietnam too, so.
All right. So then there was Ahas Willinger.
His name is Ahas.
Yep. A-H-A-S.
And his brother,
Guys, be respectful. They wrote "Take on Me." Like, that's really rude.
Last name Duh. Okay, so Ahas, who led the Upper Austrian Peasant Revolt of 1626. Yay! Where my grandparents are from.
Ayo.
As well as 2 Swedish kings, Gustav II Adolf, who also fought in the 30 Years' War, and Karl XII, the mad lad who fought Russia and a bunch of other countries in the Great Northern War of 1700 to 1721. Way better name, Great Northern War.
Great Northern War, brilliant.
Northern
And Gustav II, there's a big picture, a big painting of him in the castle in Warsaw, because they have a room where they've got all the major leaders, like George III is there, and Gustav, quite the hottie.
Really?
Okay.
Looks like he could sing for ABBA and also bomb a place. Like, quite a hottie. Google Gustav II, but yeah, a bit of a ride.
That sounds like the ideal candidate for like the leader of a country. Someone who looks like they could be in a band full of hot people and could bomb a country. That's basically Justin Trudeau.
It's Trudeau, yeah.
Justin Trudeau doesn't look like he could bomb anybody.
But he does.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
He doesn't look, but the fact that he does sort of makes me think like, he could.
Vladimir Putin.
But he's not hot.
No, but you
tried showing me the picture of him young. I'm sorry, he just looks like he got really bad Botox and lip filler.
I did say, I said young Vladimir Putin was hot, and then we googled it. And
he's not. Absolutely not. He looks like emo Peter Parker with that haircut.
Have you seen young Stalin?
Oh yeah, young Stalin is a real hottie.
Yeah. I don't think he's as hot as young Bernie Sanders. He's not my type, but
yeah, young Bernie is best.
Yeah, and that's not just because of his political views.
No, he's.
I like a man with glasses who kind of reminds me of Peter Parker. You know, that's my type. All right.
Another purported Gefrorene who fought in that war was the Prussian commander Leopold I, Prince of Anhalt-Dessau, better known in German as der alte Dessauer. There was also Johann Adolf, Duke of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Plön.
My God.
Duke of, sorry, repeat it, just as so funny.
Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Plön.
That just sounds like a dessert.
Say it 4 more times.
Also, Sonderburg. You get the special castle.
They should have just it's like when you got a corporate merger, but like you don't bother to at least umbrellize.
When there's like 4 different agencies coming together. Yeah.
They should have
Walter, Maiter, something.
Just
blah,
call
blah,
it Meta, for fuck's sake. Like, we don't need to call it Schleswig-Holstein. The Duke of Meta. Honestly.
The Supreme Chancellor of X.
Duke of Alphabet.
Let's bring back the Supreme Director of...
Chile. Yeah.
No, the Supreme Director of whatever the fuck you just said.
Schleswig-Holstein Sonderburg-Plön.
Yeah.
Who fought in the 9 Years' War, as well as against the Ottomans in several conflicts, allegedly working some illusion magic that turned his entire army into trees. So,
what benefit is that to anybody other than the environment? Why would you turn them into trees?
You
haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't you seem stupid right now?
Groots. Actually, also, not Final Fantasy, the other thing, Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
All the trees get badass and that. Yeah. So, but hang on, can he turn them into static trees or can they move?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if they're just, I just imagined a garden.
Yeah.
That turned his entire army into trees so convincingly that the Turks ended up pissing on their legs.
I don't understand the benefit of that.
No. They just pointed to some trees and they're like, yeah, that's them.
Let's pee on them. The Turks were fully aware.
Yeah, of course. They're like, look at these stupid Europeans.
It's like, we showed them.
But also, I love this idea because obviously there's no TikTok in the 15th century, I think.
Nope.
So you have this
they barely had clocks.
Okay, yeah. But you have all these soldiers at war and they're all sitting around a campfire, like they've been at war for like 6 or 7 months and they're all telling stories to each other and you'd be like, yeah, you know, I did this in my last one. But can you imagine someone just got absolutely shit-faced and just made up a load of bollocks that everybody believed, like, and he could turn everybody into a tree. And did no one at some point be like, Hans, would you just shut up? It's just not true.
I think the reason why it's mostly knights and generals and stuff like that, because there's nobody who can tell them no.
Okay.
Right?
Ah, true. They're surrounded by yes men.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, that makes sense.
You can't tell your general in 1560 to stop the crazy shit. He's gonna stab you to death or do something else terrible to you.
I just love it. Just someone telling a story and it gets more and more and more completely unrealistic, and everyone is sort of sitting around the fire going, this is just nonsense.
But yeah, at this point in history, you couldn't like write a character based on how ridiculous they sound, a la Baron von Munchausen. What's the general's name that he's actually based on? I figured you would know this since you love
I forgot
Baron
again.
von
But
Munchausen.
yes, there's a guy.
It was Baron von Munchausen is based on a real guy who was known for just making up so much bullshit about his military accomplishments. But that was in like the 1800s or something.
Yeah,
so.
But I think Don Quixote is kind of based on sort of mocking that sort of concept.
Yeah, but Don Quixote is not a real. Is he a real?
No.
So,
but it was a story. It was a comedy.
Yeah.
It was mocking that kind of knights genre thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people at this time would have just been like, "This is stupid."
I just didn't say it to their face.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't because they have ultimate supremacy over you. A knight can always kill a peasant.
Yeah.
Without any repercussions.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You can bang their wives.
That's still the case to this day.
All right. Fair enough.
Political commentary.
Fair enough. All right. So the entire House of Savoy, a branch of which later ruled as kings of Italy from 1861 to 1946, were also said to be Gefrorene, as were all the Hohenzollern, the rulers of Prussia, and later German emperors from 1871 to 1918. Friedrich the Great, the king of Prussia, who famously actually fought his own battles, and his successor, Friedrich Wilhelm II. Every king of Prussia was called either Friedrich Wilhelm or Friedrich Wilhelm.
I thought you were going to finish that with Friedrich Wilhelm, who fought in his own wars, and Friedrich who didn't.
No.
So I feel like that would be really hard to live down, you know? Like, if the last guy was, like, fucking Peter the Great, and you're like, well, fucking, what am I going to do now?
I'd hate if I was a leader and I inherited the role from somebody called the Great.
Yeah.
If you had like John the Great, and up next it's Shane the
mediocre.
I guess he's here. Like it must be really bad to inherit. Like I don't know who came after Catherine the Great, because there's Peter the Great.
I think that's it.
Is that it? That was the end of it.
Well, yeah, because her husband was Peter something, but I think it was just Peter the Third. Or second.
Second or third, yeah.
Yeah, but she took on the Great because she like earned that shit, because she's not blood related to the family. She was German.
Was she?
Yeah, she was German.
But then
that's why the Romanovs were so weird about joining World War I, because they didn't want to fight their cousins.
Oh, I didn't know that was the reason.
But they also were related to the British, which were also their cousins.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, I guess we help these cousins.
Come on, we spent so much time inbreeding just so we could avoid this.
Yeah,
this is exactly what we're trying to
And now you're telling me there's a world war?
Yeah.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Literally unfucking believable. You're unfucking all of the fucking we've been doing to ensure peace in this goddamn continent. Anyway.
Kaiser Franz did not do this out of the kindness of his heart.
Kaiser Franz.
All right.
Don't talk to me or my son's son.
So the Wilhelms and the Friedrichs had particularly strong rumors of being Gefrorene attached to them. Despite this, the practice was actually forbidden in the Prussian military. But as the author of this part of the Handwörterbuch des deutschen Aberglaubens assures us, the art was not yet dead in 1914. As I witnessed myself. So during World War I, they still did this.
But okay, so please remind me, what specifically are they doing? That
you get charms that protect you from steel, fire, and lead. So
they do like rituals on the object. Basically.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Okay, so
and you buy it and you just put it into your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Indeed, the German Generalfeldmarschall Gottlieb Graf von Heseler was said to be a Gefrorene at the time, though he didn't actually actively serve in World War I due to his old age. Can't shoot me if I'm not serving.
He didn't die in World War I. It's amazing. He wasn't in it.
Yeah.
All my joints are frozen up.
I love that. He survived World War I. He didn't. He wasn't in it.
Yeah. I don't think
Best
he
way
gets
to survive it.
Yeah. I survived 9/11.
Yeah.
We all survived 9/11.
Iraq War, Afghanistan War.
You know?
Desert Storm, I was right in that shit.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Of being there, being alive.
Nearly Chernobyl, you know?
True.
All right. The various military leaders were often said to be both Gefrorene and Gefrora at the same time, capable of extending the magic to all men under their command, as was the case, for example, with Pappenheim's soldiers at Magdeburg and Willinger's peasants in Upper Austria. The commanders apparently achieved their goal by letting the soldiers march over the general's own black cloak before battle, or just use the baton to redirect enemy fire.
This way!
Bullets, go this way!
Like an airplane, what are they called?
Again, it's fucking...
I love that. What?
Harry Potter! Wingardium Leviosa! And the bullets just
fly away, yeah.
They think some Matrix shit's gonna happen where they can just like limbo their way out of gunfire.
I wonder, did anyone believe this nonsense? Or like,
everybody was so fucking superstitious at that point.
But was it that the generals were like, oh, the peasants are so dumb, I'm gonna give them this story?
No, I think it's they wanted to believe that. I think it's more likely they wanted to believe that. Because I don't think that like you can really control
it's definitely
people's
great.
thoughts.
It's great for morale.
It's great for morale. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is I think it's easier for people to want to believe this stuff rather than just being like, thank you, afraid of, being, killed by your superiors. I just don't think that that's as effective as incentivizing people to believe it, because the alternative is believing that there is no God and you might die at any second.
And bullets.
And bullets will kill you.
Still a super new thing.
Would you rather believe that you might die at any point due to the plague, bullets, knives, or would you rather believe if you get a shiny rock that you'll be protected from anything?
Yeah.
I think I find that really weird because I don't really believe in anything because I just think it's all stupid. So I'm like,
You fucking idiots.
Not every method was quite that simple, however. Next chapter. How to Gefrorene, a crash course in black magic. Here you go.
Hell yeah.
Okay, excellent. Pen and paper, listeners.
There's a multitude of ways to make someone impervious to any regular weapon. Source, please tell me what the source for that one is.
Okay, is this actually good? I guarantee there's something to do with urine.
Oh, okay. All right, that's your guess.
My guess? Bones. I'm going with bones.
All right.
I'm going with animal bones.
Varying by time and region. As Gustav Freitag put it in Bilder aus der deutschen Vergangenheit, over this superstition too, fashion proceeded tyrannically.
They're serving cunt in this.
This is the birth of Anna Wintour.
There were so many ways, in fact, that a lot of people are probably Gefrorene without realizing it. And indeed, making someone Gefroren without their knowledge is actually a thing in the stories.
Wait, what does that mean, to make someone...
You make them bulletproof behind their back so that they don't know.
I see.
Actually, so maybe we all could be bulletproof and just not know. We should test that out. Coming next.
Is that the song?
What? Bulletproof? Mm-hmm. You're thinking, I'm bulletproof.
Yeah, that's the modern version of the charm.
Titanium.
Maybe, yeah.
Sia is impervious to bullets, but she is not impervious to cancel culture.
Or the other one, LaRue. This time, baby.
Well, she actually was bulletproof because she kept, I don't know what she believes. I don't know what she thinks about autistic people or vaccinations. I mean, because you know what happened with Sia.
No, I haven't followed Sia in a long time. And,
I mean, this is kind of old drama.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
One relatively simple way I've already mentioned was to never eat kidneys your entire life. All right, that makes you a Gefrorener apparently.
If you
never eat kidneys. Okay. I'm done. I already ate kidneys in my life, so
have
I'm already out.
I don't think I actually have.
Deep fried kidneys is delicious.
That sounds gross.
So it's a great Austrian snack.
Actually, did you know? Fun fact: it's not.
I was dead ass about to believe.
Fucking disgusting.
It sounds disgusting.
It sounds gross. You are wrong.
Kidneys they taste similar to liver.
That also sounds really gross. I'm sorry. Look, you don't eat meat, so I don't know if this is if all of it just sounds gross to you. But I'm sorry. I'm if it's not a chicken nugget, I don't want it. I'm a baby.
I ate that shit on the farm, with my grandma, because she butchered the chicken and you got the kidneys deep fried.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, soup. Paul, to just justify degenerate behavior.
The best meat on a chicken actually is throat.
Throat.
Why did you tell me that?
The throat is So good, so tender, but there's so little meat on it, so you just nibble it off and that's it.
I mean, I'd rather just have like halal chicken because it's still tender. I'd say I'm halal on accident, basically. I don't drink, and my favorite chicken place in Vienna is a halal place really close to where I live. So,
do you eat bacon?
I have not had bacon in a very long time.
So you could be a great Muslim.
I'm a great... See, that's the thing is like, they could also be Muslim. They could also be practicing... You know, that doesn't have to be witchcraft. Why is it that almost every religion has like dietary restrictions? Almost every religion has dietary restrictions.
Well, in the case of pigs, it was because pigs were a carrier of many, many, many diseases.
Yeah.
So it was just safer to do it that way. As opposed to northern cultures where the cold killed most of the stuff that made pigs so dangerous.
That makes sense, yeah.
Also, I think Catholicism is you can literally do anything. You just have to feel really bad about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You can kind of just apologize, but like literally do anything. Like just drive into a school bus. You're like, shit, sorry. Like, I feel really
as long as you're really, really sorry about it.
Super guilty forever. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
Can
just
do
feel
whatever.
bad about it.
Whoop,
Do
whoop.
whatever you want.
Love me some Catholicism. All right. Other ways are related to female anatomy
Oh, can't wait for this.
and childbirth.
Oh, they're gonna stick an egg in someone's cooch.
Such as having a caul umbilical cord or afterbirth sewn into your clothes.
Excuse me?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Even from medieval Europe, that is so gross.
That is
The smell alone.
foul.
Can you imagine going into H&M and returning a jacket because someone had sewn afterbirth into it? Like,
Their placenta, their fucking umbilical
Excuse
cord.
me, garçon. There's a jacket in my afterbirth.
Because I remember seeing a thing that was like for pregnant women or for like post pregnant women where they would make teddy bears out of your placenta, which is really fucking gross, but that's a thing people did. Imagine making a leather jacket out of your placenta.
I would be so mad if someone took one of my really nice jackets and sewed their placenta into it.
And what does it do? What does it do? For what? What is the reason? What is the reason?
Okay. Or carrying with you a piece of a shirt stained with the blood of a girl's first menstruation.
Where did you get that from? Why are you hanging around girls who were menstruating for the first time?
Soldiers? They're all gross.
Imagine your neighbor
Especially
knocking on your
also
door.
back then, that wasn't considered somebody who's not ready, you know?
That doesn't make it better.
No, well, it makes it understandable. but
Yeah.
not-
It's still child rape. I
Sure,
don't
sure,
like.
sure.
Let's not mince words here.
mincing words. All right. Like
We're
the
mincing
placenta.
a lot of things.
Similarly, one could wear a linen shirt woven by virgins on Christmas Eve in the devil's name and embroidered with two faces, one with a beard, the other looking like the crowned head of Beelzebub.
Perfect. That makes the other two are disgusting.
This
that
is first one, you're on board.
Virgins knitting you a shirt on Christmas Eve
For
to
the devil.
Yeah.
For the devil.
to protect you from death. Totally makes
Now we're
perfect
on brand.
sense.
Now it makes sense.
No, because the other stuff was disgusting, but this I'm like, yes, of course.
If you fuck though, you get your hands off of that sewing equipment.
By the way, this is how the brand Ed Hardy started.
Only people who fuck may never touch this clothing.
Can you imagine if you ordered it and you went into a room and you're like, is my shirt being made? And you go in on Christmas Eve and there's like 5 women like knitting your shirt and they're like, oh yeah, it should be done by the end of the day. And then you look at one of the women and you realize you've had sex with them and you're like, Linda, I'm sorry, but you're all going to have to start all over again. Linda, can you come out please for a second? HR just needs to talk to you for a minute.
So good.
Oh, you're pregnant? Interesting. You thought you were going to have maternity leave? Not anymore.
It's interesting to note that here that in describing this kind of shirt, Freitag speculates that these heads might be callbacks to the sacred heads of Donner and Wotan, the old High German forms of the Norse gods Thor and Odin, which perfectly exemplifies the ridiculously far-fetched, baseless assumptions 19th century authors made in order to prove how modern folklore all actually has pre-Christian roots. Freitag also speculates that the belief that the devil would get dead, Gefrorene, while angels would carry the other soldiers to heaven, might date back to pagan beliefs of Valkyrs, Valhalla and Hell, meaning he's effectively projecting Christian beliefs of the afterlife back onto pre-Christian cultures with fundamentally different beliefs in order to show how the modern Christian beliefs probably have pre-Christian roots. In short, Freitag would have made an excellent economist.
Or an excellent atheist.
Yeah, either one.
I don't want to know what his Reddit account is called.
But that's interesting that older timey, that one of the sources for this was basically a guy who's also not great at, history.
Discernment.
Or history in general.
But that is true that they took pre-Christian traditions and sort of merged them all in together.
Yeah. But it's the other way around here, where he's trying to transplant Christian stuff back onto sort of stuff projecting. That existed before that.
Okay.
Which is,
it's a crazy roundabout way. We know the right way, which is we're going this way.
I see where you're coming from, though, Shane, because I was thinking the same thing. Where it's like it reminds me of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, where he sort of looks back on all mythology throughout history and sort of sees all the parallels. I don't think there's necessarily wrong with seeing parallels, but clearly this guy had a bias towards Christianity.
So I wonder, did they know back then that Christianity was only 1,500 years old? Did they?
Probably
yes and no. There's a lot of willing just ignorance where you never dove into that part of the subject because it would hurt your own Catholic beliefs.
Yeah.
So you don't even research that side of it. Or if you do, you find a weird way to justify it in your head.
And I can't help but think, most people, it wouldn't necessarily, you wouldn't need to know that information either if you were a believer. It's not something that matters to you in your everyday life. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was just a lack of curiosity for a lot of people.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things now that you just we know about the Egyptians, we know about the Greeks, we know about the Persians, we know they did not believe in Christianity, we know Jesus was around at this time. That's where the calendar comes from. But they probably didn't know. I mean, I'm not even sure they're using the Gregorian calendar properly at this time, are they?
Or, they do. Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's we know all these things because we have put a lot of time and effort into preserving information and documenting it on a source where anyone can access it at any time. In the 1500s or whatever
Most
time.
people
this guy was Freitag was 19th century.
19th century.
When he wrote about all the Gefrorene, when he basically made a compendium.
Right. But it says the 19th century, they definitely knew. I feel like they definitely knew that Christianity was not that old.
Yeah, but again, willing to just ignore facts.
But before then, in the time,
yes,
at peak Gefrorene, they probably wouldn't they have no reason to be curious about it.
There's no books around.
There's zero books. Probably not a lot of people even knew how to read or write.
Harry Potter didn't come out at that point either.
Yeah.
There's no Argos, there's no IKEA catalogue. There's actually nothing to fucking read.
God.
Oh my God.
It's a good thing we invented some culture in 1995 or whenever the first Harry Potter book came out.
Spice Girls are going to come anytime now.
Yeah.
Other items you could carry with you to become Gefroren include a piece of coral or meteorite.
Oh, actually, that's kind of sick.
A Bezor, Bezor.
It's probably...
Might be a type of meteorite.
It probably is. Bozar.
And a whole bunch of herbs and other plants. Oh, Spice Girls. Nice.
Yep.
Including mandrake, henbane, chicory, common verbena, St. John's wort, cutweed, broadleaf plantain, pussy toes.
Sorry, excuse me.
Pussy toes?
I heard pussy toast. I mean, both quite ridiculous, but
pussy toast. Toast. I love that plant.
I'll have the Belgian waffles and the pussy toast with a glass of orange juice, please.
Can I have them extra juicy?
Pussy toes, though? I'm like, what? Did you just dip your toes into some puss?
Or you foot fuck a pussy, yeah.
That's what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Dip your toes into some puss.
Oh, okay, yeah.
God, you can never listen to me.
Pardon. Rest harrows, broad-leafed enchanters nightshade.
Broadleaf.
I know that one from Skyrim. The seeds from upward growing spruce cones, a 4-leaf clover, classic, Solomon's seal, parsley root, belladonna, leopard's bane, common cornflag, cedar, 7 juniper, a good old leek.
A leek?
Just straight up a leek.
Okay.
Small buglows in a bag made from the skin of a black tomcat. Aww. A poor tomcat.
I was gonna say, like, I figured there might be some cat imagery in there since it's...
Or Ben's personal favorite, moss from the brain case of a hanged man, sewn into your own scalp. Whoa! We went full hardcore here.
Moss?
Moss from the brain case of a hanged man.
That means probably like you let a body decompose for a bit, you take the bacteria, and then you put it into your own body, in your own scalp.
Yeah.
Why would...
Head and shoulders.
Because you're worth it. No. Yeah. Who would think to do that? Why would you think
crazy people in the 16th century?
Fucking crazy.
I mean, we still use St. John's wort now. I use St. John's wort. You put it on your tongue and it like relieves stress.
Okay, but it's not fucking bacteria from a dead person.
That makes you bulletproof.
That makes you bulletproof.
When we were doing our state exams in school, everyone had a little thing of St. John's wort, and they put out. Now I think people just have Adderall, but like, but we had St. John's wort. It was lovely.
I actually don't know what that is.
St. John's wort. It's I'll actually get you some. It's quite nice. It's like anti-anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Drinking booze can also make you invincible.
Says every alcoholic ever.
Absolutely. Thank God that tradition has not gone away. I am invincible. Not only am I invincible when I'm drinking, I can actually do anything.
True.
And I am the best person in the room.
Same,
it's fantastic. Same. That's totally true. I'm so on board with that. Brilliant.
Specifically something called Ameisengeist, ant spirit, which, according to a nice recipe I found online, is made by putting a bit of sugar solution into a bottle, sticking it into an anthill, and waiting for several days until the bottle is about 1/3 filled with ants. Then you fill the bottle up the rest of the way with some good grain alcohol and leave it standing in a warm place for 10 days, giving it a good shake several times a day.
So destroy an ant's house.
No, not necessarily, but yeah, kill a bunch of ants.
Kill a bunch of genocide.
Then they ferment into the drink.
Yeah, then you just strain out the ants and enjoy. I kind of want to make that.
Why would you want that? I mean, he eats liver, so. Kidney.
I'm already anti-Gefrorene, and I want to Gefroren myself with some ant spirit.
I just think strain out the ants and enjoy should not be in a recipe. Ever. It just shouldn't be in a recipe.
It shouldn't be a sentence, frankly.
I've had crickets before, and those were delicious. So
in Mexico,
exactly.
In Mexico, my friends went to a Michelin star restaurant. They had ants.
So good.
I don't know.
I think I'm just a baby, and I'm sorry, like bugs are a hard line for me.
To make yourself Gefroren, you gotta drink to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, though. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, you can always go for red wine instead. That's enough.
If you don't like, you can just get a nice rosé.
This kind of reminds me on like these urban legends on like home remedies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a lot of these urban legends are. They're basically just
But this is for battle, you know? Like the guy drinks
it's
a little
old
bit
wives' tales for men, for him.
Yeah.
Men's health, but 16 ways how you can become a Gefrorener.
Yeah.
Instead of skincare, you call it skin maxing, like to make the incels do it.
Maxing.
You don't know that's like looks maxing.
I know, it's still stupid.
It's like straight men refuse to go to therapy unless it's called like brain maxing or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I love though all of these complex things, and then booze is just thrown into the middle of it. So it's like,
and any kind of booze.
you're at a war and you're like, oh my god, do you know what, guys? We all need to become invincible. Do we have the brain of a hanged man
or a bottle of red wine?
Can we hold off the war for like 3 days while it ferments, and then we can rub it all into our hair, and then someone just pulls out a bottle of Bacardi and they're like, alternatively, we'll just drink this. And you're like, Well, I was really going with the hanged man ones. I would think it's the same thing, Riz. It's the same effect. We could just drink this one.
I just feel like it's weird. We're doing shots. We're getting shot at. This feels so...
I wouldn't be surprised if this was like just an elaborate excuse to just keep drinking. It's like we could find a dead body.
The alcohol lobby inserted this one.
You know, like I said, bottle of Bacardi makes everything.
Big alcohol.
Big
like,
alcohol.
We have to get into the Gefrorene market.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I don't believe anyone actually did this. I think they were just like, if we don't drink it, then we got to touch the dead body. That's icky. You don't want to do that. We're at war, but we don't want to see that.
Oh, okay. The red wine is not just the red wine. Just make sure to first stick in a pile of gelding shit on Good Friday and leave it there for a year. Whoa, okay, so the red wine you have to prep for a year. I
take that back.
The ant spirit you get done in 10 days. So.
Yeah, but for a year.
So you have to know that you have to be
know
to put it in shit for a year.
Or you do it before that. You know, like you have a reservoir of
on my wine
charms.
cellar.
Your charmed wine.
Smells awful. My wine cellar. You don't want to go down there. My outhouse and wine cellar are the same place.
Can you imagine if you just covered someone's really expensive wine cellar in shit? And you were like, no, stay with me. Leave it there for a year and we're all going to be invincible.
We're going to rob a bank.
And it's so good. You're like, can you get the fuck out of my house?
You're house sitting for someone in Napa Valley and just
cover it in shit.
You're just like, no, I did this for us.
Alternatively, you can cut your right hand, use the blood to write the 3 names of God on a piece of paper and swallow it whole. All right.
I'd rather just be Muslim in this case. This is like, I'll cut off my hand as a as a way of, it's like that's a punishment in other cultures. They're like, nah, if you like cut yourself a little bit,
exactly a little bit.
You inoculate yourself to
also the infection
bullets.
Is gonna fucking murder you anyways.
Exactly.
Other objects used to make Gefrorene include a Gemskugel, which is the hardened mass from the stomach of a chamois, a billy goat's beard. What?
Oh, billy goats are great.
That was your response to it?
Billy goats are so cute.
Yes.
Have you ever seen if you put them into tunnels and they start shouting, it sounds like they're talking? They sound like elderly people. They're like, nah, nah, nah. They sound like elderly people complaining about service. It's really funny.
Oh, so it's like Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah. It's like, nah, nah. It's really funny.
Those are the Muppets old guys, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
AKA me and my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
On a daily basis.
All right, so a billy goat's beard, a mole's heart, a slow worm, as in the legless lizard, not an actual slow-moving worm.
Oh, it's gonna be like as opposed to a fast worm.
a white snake, the skin of a worm you've skinned alive.
You skin a worm?
Alive. So much work.
What?
Rubbing yourself with the skin of a crowned snake and the heart of a black cat boiled in the milk of a black cow.
No, this is gatekeeping. This is gatekeeping. It's like, if you want to be part of the club, you gotta find a rare diamond in the belly of a black bear billy goat and you slay it, but you have to do it with a cut hand and you use the infection from your hand to sew into your scalp. And then you'll be impervious to bullets.
This is when I go on iFixit and it says like 28 steps to make this repair. I'm like, I'm out.
No. And can you imagine someone going through all this effort and then they go out into the battlefield and they get shot at
immediately,
and then they're sitting down going, you know what? I spent about 6 weeks making that potion. I think that worm was a little bit too fast. I think that's what that problem was. That worm was I should have made this stuff. Like, I don't think that's what that is.
I didn't check its pulse. It probably died.
It probably died.
So the fast Gefrorene catches the slow worm? What? No. Okay.
That's also in German, the fast Gefrorene. Almost, but not quite.
All right. Bats were quite useful too. You could become Gefroren by carrying a bat's head with you, or you could use their blood to write the spell, or just rub the blood into your skin or into a communion wafer before eating it, or simply eat nothing but bad hearts for 3 days, which even Ozzy Osbourne might be hesitant to do.
I was gonna say.
But you can rub it. Can you imagine if you went to, because I was raised Catholic, I'm just imagining going up, taking the holy bread, and someone just rips the head of a bat off and starts rolling it around in the wafer. Be like, that person needs to be in an institution. What are you doing?
You're really ruining the vibe of this Sunday mass.
I was meditating. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The smell.
Someone rolls up with like a baseball bat. They're like, I have wildly misunderstood the assignment.
What do you mean this is the wrong bat?
I'm supposed to eat this? I mean, I thought I might get splinters, but like...
None of my bats are bleeding. They're all made of wood.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
I did something wrong.
Oh, good. Jesus.
Okay.
Well, there are also reports of mouse ears and wolf eyes being used. These probably were names for certain herbs rather than actual animal parts.
I was gonna say we should maybe put a trigger warning for all the like dead animal parts and violence. Like maybe at least in the description. This is kind of fucked up.
Also, amazing. I hope we don't use this as a clip just on its own right, but I'm still waiting for urine.
Yeah, there might be.
And I'm still waiting for bones.
Coming. Yeah.
I'm surprised there hasn't been any bones.
Well, there was bones in animals.
That does not count. That's not. No, right. It just needs to be the bones.
All right. For those who didn't want to go for such satanic and heathen methods, there was also more Christian ways to go about becoming bulletproof.
Yay!
Which isn't to say that the church approved of any of them.
Oh.
Well, so what makes them Christian then?
Well, less demonic, I guess.
I mean, I don't even
demonic light.
I was gonna say I don't even believe in the devil, but all of that is demonic. Like that is.
I can't believe it's not demonic.
We need to hear
this charm tastes so good. It makes me so bulletproof.
Well, I have to kill 3 different animals and cook them, and I'm the good guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not so sure.
Maybe I shouldn't be bulletproof. You know, like
some just carried crosses with them.
I like that's you either have to kill a bunch of animals and eat them whole, or you could just have a little.
In one case, an iron one forged by a kobold.
Ooh, that's badass.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd rather be Christian in that case.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit of a basic bitch move, but that's actually quite cool.
Yeah.
The Landsknechte of Liegnitz, meanwhile, became Gefrorene by sharpening the swords on the steps of a church.
That just seems a bit rude. What if people?
Right?
What if people are sleeping?
Also, you hear the.
Yeah.
All night.
Yeah. I mean, you can become invincible, but you're going to be a dick.
Yeah. Someone's going to stab you for being too loud.
Yeah, in Vienna, that would not work. You'd be
call the police.
Be so shushed.
Yeah.
Others carried the Gospel of John or other holy texts or relics or holy water or funeral soil with them, or ate little balls of bread over which 3 masses had been held, or cut themselves and implanted a consecrated communion wafer under their skin.
Under the skin.
A lot of so
letting the wound heal over the bread.
Letting the wound heal over the bread. Oh, so your bread. That's like you've tattooed yourself with a wafer. Effectively.
I'm so glad that we have modern medicine.
I'm so happy with science. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
But
crumbs. You have crumbs in your body now.
Yeah. Also, I'm not being funny, but some of the ones that, skinning a worm and skinning a snake, the one thing I'm thinking is like carrying around a gospel is just highly impractical because it's very big. That's like just walking around with like the Argos catalogue. Like it's too big.
Book like this.
Yeah. The 10 Commandments.
Yeah. It's just like, Hans, have you brought like a change of clothes or like a sword? No.
I bought a book.
Giant book.
I brought a book. I've got 3 or 6 things of bread.
It's those medieval books, so they're like hardbound with leather and have that metal clasp on them and all that shit. They are heavy.
Yeah.
In that case, just fucking bring a crucifix, some balls, and some holy water. You'll be able to.
Speaking of crucifix, another fun way was to get a crucifix and cut off whichever ones of Jesus's limbs that you wanted to make impervious. Okay.
Oh, so the crucifix had to have
Jesus on it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just the cross.
No, otherwise it's just a cross. The crucifix is Jesus attached to the cross.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I think I knew that subconsciously, but didn't.
I was just thinking like, I'm trying to like get myself to not die, like I don't have time to like sculpt fucking dripped Jesus on a cross.
The amount of work you had to go through only to then be shot in the first 30 seconds of the battle is hilarious to me.
Holy water, some bread, some like you could go on a journey with that.
I'm on board with that. Yeah, but also
that's practical.
We're not in the era of mass production. Like it's not like they ordered this stuff like on Alibaba that came from China.
This is all artisanal.
Yeah, so someone goes to all the the effort of making a crucifix and you buy it from them and you just rip off the 2 legs in front of them. Like, oh no, I'm just doing it to protect my legs. Like, excuse me? That's a bit like...
Sorry, I skipped leg day.
No, sorry, can I just take all of that and just... and take it up. I sell them without the body on it. No, I need to buy one with the body on it and then rip off all the bits of the body.
I was going to say, you can't even get one pre-ripped. That would be bad.
Pre-ripped crucifix.
Oh, speaking of pre-ripped, there are some crucifixes where I'm not being funny. Jesus is a hottie.
Oh, yes.
Like they put proper abs on it.
That's a problem, is that they're making him too horny.
Yeah.
Like, why? He's dying. That's a little disrespectful, I feel like.
Well...
not to me, I don't care.
He came back 3 days later. So come on.
Yeah, was he still hot?
I think so.
Okay.
A little hungover.
I mean, he was definitely white. We know that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Totally.
All right.
Especially after those 3 days in the sun.
That's it, yeah.
The perfect sunscreen.
Yeah.
One of Jesus's lesser known
No one bathed him in
superpowers.
dragon blood. That's why he fucking died.
Right.
Idiots.
Yep.
Okay.
Should have done it like Siegfried.
Yeah.
Or Roy. Even funnier was just shooting at a communion wafer. At the wafer.
That's the
That
most
means
fun.
you're gonna die. You're not gonna die.
Or into the sun. Though with the latter, you apparently also needed to catch the 3 drops of blood that were sure to fall from the sky. Excuse me?
What the fuck?
So you shoot the sun and you wound the sun with your bullets?
And
or
you
what?
think
And blood
and the
drops
sun
comes
bleeds.
down.
Have you ever seen blood come from the sky?
I think it happened like a few times in history. The one big one was, I think, like 40 or 50 years ago. There was a tornado that picked up like dead animals and shit like that, and then it like rained dead fish and shit like that and blood.
I don't think they have tornadoes in Europe.
No, not in Europe, in the US.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, they would not have had that happen.
Oh, this version of raining blood. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, the United States hasn't been invented yet. It's not there. It's onto the water, I think, at this point.
Yep. You're
I've studied history. I'm really good.
Okay, but okay.
I bow to you, my good sir.
Again, like, you could do all of these crazy complicated things, or you could just shoot a piece of bread.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an evolution of time. This is slowly getting like significantly lazier. Eventually it's going to be like, also another way to protect yourself and make yourself immortal was breathing. Like, it's just going to get really lazy.
Probably.
So funny. Probably the most metal Christian way was to eat some lamb's broth, meaning bread from lamb's blood in the dough, butchered and baked during Mass on Christmas Eve. Crazy Mass.
Again, what if you're in a war in July?
Yeah, you gotta bake that shit in advance.
You're like, damn it.
To be fair, it's Middle Ages in Europe. There's a war on all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
like there's
pretty
24/7 war.
You could go and find one somewhere.
Yeah. If
really
you needed
into
to,
it.
you walk to the next village. You're gonna find some war over there.
Yeah, but Christmas only
You guys
happens.
are all out of war.
But you can never be out of Christmas. That's the thing that bothers me the most. Like, you can't even get access to any of this shit easy. For all the war that's happening, you'd think they'd have easier ways to keep themselves, or unless they're becoming more complicated to justify why they're never working. I wasn't saying that as a joke. I'm like, maybe that's actually why they're so complicated, to justify why people keep not living forever.
Right, because somebody fucked up during the recipe or something. So you have a basically
you shot at the sky.
Plausible deniability.
Exactly. Oh, he shot at the sky. Oh, but he didn't get any blood from it? Oh, what the fuck? Of course he was gonna die then. Dumbass.
Right. So this is all scams, basically. Yeah. As with so many other things, the dead have their uses in the Gefrorene business too. Not only would carrying a hanged man's rope or shot man's bullet shield you from harm, but you could also get the same result from simply dragging a corpse around the church 3 times at midnight.
Again, that's just rude to the people that live beside the church.
Not just the church, the town. Anyone
or the dude.
Well, the dude.
That is actually, sorry, it's probably rudest to him, really.
Well, the corpse, I mean, he's dead, but like, you gotta do that at midnight?
Yeah.
It could be at any time of day.
People have to get up for work in the morning.
Yeah.
Or needing a wee skull from the soil of 9 different graves.
Oh, finally some bones. Finally some bones. No urine.
No urine.
Another personal favorite of
the trees, when peeing on the trees, I guess.
That just
doesn't make,
That's just coincidental piss.
Okay.
That's not active piss. It's not active bulletproof piss.
Can we call this episode Coincidental Piss? Such a good... What's the name of your podcast?
I mean, that's what a lot of children do when they are gefroren. They just piss their own hands.
That's going to be my Tinder profile name, Coincidental Piss. I love it.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So skull in the dirt or whatever.
Another personal favorite method was to hit yourself in the forehead with the back of a knife at new moon.
Give yourself a lobotomy in the middle of the night.
The irony of all of this is to make yourself invincible. It seems like this is a surefire way to die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like sewing wafer into your own skin.
Yeah, you're
like,
gonna get rejected, body rejection from that. And again, it's the Middle Ages. There's no doctor around.
Dragging a dead body around your entire village or around.
Yeah, desecration.
But like dead bodies are gonna have like bacteria and shit that's gonna really like fuck you up.
Yeah.
And anyone who lives close to the church, which is presumably everyone in town, because it's not going to be a church in the middle of nowhere.
There were, of course, also incantations and prayers galore, and relics and clothes, such as a dead man's shirt or silver armor. Hey, like from Mithril, kind of.
Oh, yeah. I do know, like, in sailing...
Lord of the Rings has, like, silver elven armor.
It's not for me. I've checked out.
Have you never watched the movies?
I have. I just don't like them.
Do you not? Do you like fantasy, though?
Not really.
Okay, because as a genre of fantasy, they're like masterpiece movies.
Yeah,
I believe that. I just don't fuck with fantasy.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? I call that the Downton Abbey effect. If you, like anyone who watches Downton Abbey, you cannot say that this is bad because it's just done flawlessly.
Yeah.
But you could watch and be like, that is just not my thing.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't like Downton Abbey because it's not my genre.
Yeah. But
I haven't seen Downton Abbey, but I do like period pieces, so maybe that would be closer to my thing. But I have seen one episode of House of the Dragon, so I mean
that is quite good.
Yeah. But it's also like I think I just like Succession, you know? It's just like it's just all the politics but in real life.
Oh, Succession's brilliant.
It is amazing.
It's
but
also
he
very...
won't watch Succession.
No,
it's too close to home.
It's
too real.
It's literally my relatives. Yeah.
it's
Are they billionaires that own all the
not
media?
That bad, but the Austrian version of
Why
it.
the fuck are you paying us to be here then with your billionaire family?
Yeah, I'm here for free. What the fuck?
I'm here for free as well.
Giving me
I'm the poorest one in my family.
You're giving me apple juice.
Whatever the name guy is who shows up in the first episode of the first.
You're talking about Greg.
Yeah, I'm Greg.
Well, you should see how he ends the show.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I won't spoil my own life. All right. Oh,
I wish my relatives were
Ben has
there.
here an addendum. Fun fact: armor can actually stop weapons even without magic.
No, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But mentioning every single method would be beyond tedious. So one last funny one for the road. Simply color all the eggs of a hen house black one evening and then eat the one that's magically turned white again in the morning.
That's lovely because it's a little bit of patience. It's not ridiculous like Easter, and then a little bit of arts and crafts.
Right.
You can all get together and sort of.
They got it's just Easter egg decoration.
Yeah. Paint them all black and then eat the one that's turned white. Like, where the fuck did this come from? Who came up with this crap?
I don't know.
Again, people who eat rooms in the 15th century.
Yeah, and do you know what? Whenever people talk about like, oh, you know, in the past, like. People didn't have so many distractions. Thank God we've got TikTok. Because
this is the bullshit we come up with.
If we didn't have TV, this is the nonsense that we'd be doing.
But that's the problem is even with TikTok, you got people like recommending ridiculous dietary shit, like people who only eat raw meat. Fair. Or like still believe in like the devil, and they say that like Taylor Swift is like, you know, preaching Satanism.
Okay. No.
It's like it's one of these things. It's like distraction's not enough, but at least none of these guys are like you should tattoo a fucking biscuit into your arm for the Lord, because that's one of the Christian ones.
Yeah, that's the Christian one. Yeah. All right, last chapter: terms and conditions. Hilariously, according to some sources, the magic only took effect after 24 hours, and if you died beforehand, your soul was the devil.
See, this is what I'm saying. All these are designed to explain why they don't work.
Okay,
while other sources maintain that the effect was immediate and actually wore off after 24 hours.
Ah, okay. This is like buying an international train ticket on the OBB app. Because sometimes it comes through straight away and sometimes you have to wait 24 hours and I'm already on the damn train and I'm like, shit. If there's a ticket inspector, I'm screwed.
Why would they say that it's only valid like after 24 hours?
Because if it's an international train ticket, you have to go and print it off in the machine.
Yes.
Fucking bullshit.
Because that's going to stop, by the way. The EU is finally putting a stop to all of this. It's supposed to happen until 2026. We have 2 more years until the EU ticketing system comes online.
You said 2026. I'm like, oh my God, that's like the future. And I'm like, oh no, that's 2 years from now.
2 years.
Oh
I mean, it's supposed to have happened already this year, but it's probably not going to happen, so it's going to be pushed back a little bit, like any good EU project.
Yeah,
it takes a while, but also it's literally you have to negotiate with every single rail operator, every single bus operator in the EU to get them all on the same page when it comes to databases and how they handle their scheduling systems.
That person needs an award for doing that.
No, that is bone crushing work.
Yeah,
and they have to
bone crushing like the Gefrorene EU.
They had to they're trying right now to combine it all into one database and one thing, so that you can book a ticket from Portugal all the way, to Romania.
Yeah,
and you never have to deal with all of the individual rail lines and their services.
Well, climate-wise, that's a really smart move because we're just all using private airlines because to cross trains is just ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, fucking Luxembourg. Tamas and I tried to get to Luxembourg from Vienna. The Deutsche Bahn doesn't offer you a direct train.
Why?
Which is insane. You have to buy a train ticket and then a separate train ticket to get to a station that then takes you to Luxembourg.
But it's sort of similar with Andorra too, because there's like no way to just go to Andorra. You have to take like a special bus in Barcelona or something.
To be fair, like Andorra, that's a micronation. That's a little bit different.
So is fucking Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a micronation.
It has more than Andorra, I'm assuming.
I don't think by much.
It's a little bit more important.
Only slightly.
It's in geographically, at least, it's in Central Europe.
Fucking no. Both of these are micronations. Neither of them matter. They are
Andorra versus Luxembourg, biggest nation.
Yeah, my apartment is bigger than Andorra.
You're in the room that you're renting in my apartment.
And your apartment is bigger than Andorra.
But still, if it's that small,
that would be only a few episodes of Andorra the Explorer. Huh?
Actually, can we do an episode on like all the pointlessly tiny micronations?
Andorra the Explorer.
No, that does not deserve an acknowledgement.
I like it so much. Haven't I seen this episode before? No, there's just one episode. Just keeps walking around.
Is this a bomb?
No, because no one's bombing Andorra.
Oh, they had domestic terrorism going on for like the last 30 years or something like that.
What the fuck is happening? Okay, no, we can't. I'm so curious, but we've gotten off track so much.
Yeah. Sorry.
I want to know desperately.
All right. So
next episode, Andorra. No.
So 24 hours, either before or after. Mm-hmm. As already mentioned, you would usually still have perfectly vulnerable spots, and you would also not be immune to any sort of damage. Artillery, for one, was apparently a tad too much for the magic to do this thing. Though peasant leader Ahas Willinger seems to have been an exception, as it is said he was hit by a cannonball.
I'm not being funny. Every culture has some iconic person who was hit in the face with a cannonball and is just absolutely fine. In Ireland, we've got loads of people who hit with cannonballs and they're like absolute grand, just up and down. Like, just don't think it's true.
That threw him back 7 paces without piercing his skin. Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. I was thinking like this is like Ryanair.
That's some Wile E. Coyote shit.
So this is like Ryanair. Like you get protected from bullets and everything, but if you want to go to the bathroom, it costs like 10 years.
You want a blanket?
You want a blanket?
That's $20.
That's $20. You want to be safe from cannons?
Yeah.
You gotta suck the dick of a priest with bread tattooed into him, and drink the blood of a wine bottle that's been sitting in shit for 30 years.
Yep. Up your ass. That you had your up your ass since childhood. And also, don't eat kidneys.
And the blood of a newly menstruating person.
Yep.
I feel like as well, these people who are selling this shit sound like phone companies when they're like, you know, like unlimited internet, maximum usage 15 gigabytes, like that's not unlimited. And then when they're like, you're completely invincible, like except against this gun and then this gun, and that's not invincible then. That's not what invincible means. False advertising.
Yep. While a blade wouldn't cut you, nor a bullet penetrate you, as mentioned, the impact could still cause internal bleeding. Explaining why clubs, hammers, the aforementioned halberd to the back of the head and other blunt weapons seem to be quite effective. And Gefrorene were known to occasionally fall to their deaths. Uncommon weapons could still hurt.
Gefrorene were known to occasionally die. The one thing they're known for, not dying.
Of a case of Gefrorene, yeah. A bad case of Gefrorene. Uncommon weapons could still hurt Gefrorene normally. Thus, they were killed by gold or silver bullets. So the vampires, okay. Bullets soaked in poison, mercury or blood, as well as ones mixed with wheat or barley corn. Bullets made of oak or elder. Oh, that sounds...
Wooden bullets.
A horrible way to go.
Yeah.
Getting hit by a wooden bullet that then shatters into a million shrapnel pieces.
It'd be like having loads of splinters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Splinter death.
But I also feel like it'd be kind of impractical. I feel like it would splinter off before it even hits
you. You have to do it point blank.
Range,
yeah, point blank. Yeah. Bullets made of oak or elder, or glass ones with the face of the Lord on them, or in one account, someone who'd loaded his gun with 3 pieces of spelt bread.
What's spelt bread? As in bread that's had a spell put on it?
No, spelt, like spelt flour.
Ah, okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the gluten-free people eat it. It's actually quite big here.
So you need good gluten-free bread to kill a Gefrorene.
Gluten allergy.
These guys are extremely fallible. Like... anything.
I can eat a potato, but some gluten and I'm dead.
I feel like these guys are almost more prone to death than the average person in the Middle Ages. You know,
also, I just love you're invincible except for the following. This list is enormous. It's a huge list. If someone draws a face of Jesus on a bullet, you're fucked.
And it's a bad doodle of Jesus.
Smiley face. It's Jesus.
It's just a plus sign and like a dude on it.
Fish.
Yeah.
You could also simply have your bullets blessed by a priest. All this did not stop the Gefrorene from mocking their enemies by catching bullets with their chests, in their hands, sleeves or hats, or even catching them and throwing them back, killing the shooter.
Okay, that's badass.
Snatch.
These guys...
You fucking take that bullet. I'm not taking that bullet. I don't want that bullet.
These guys deserve the title of invincible. I mean, even if they die afterwards, the fact that they go... and then just yeet it back.
Return to sender with a bullet.
That's fucking amazing.
Again, I'm just imagining everyone sitting down and someone telling that, someone shot him and he caught the bullet in his hand and then threw it back. And I just don't think
it's literally elementary school gossip.
Yeah,
basically. It's
my
like
dad jumped off.
6-year-olds who are make-believe and they're like, exactly.
My dad jumped off the Empire State Building and he's absolutely
My dad
fine.
could literally beat up your dad, but only if you have an oak bullet and like this.
And the face of Jesus on it.
The face of Jesus.
I'm going to need a slow-moving worm.
And a snake and a dead body.
And slowly the worm turns.
As the worm turns.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's so funny.
This is like amazing. Thank you for this. This is an amazing subject.
You're welcome. The moment I read about Gefrorene, I was like, this is the perfect start for the next season. It's stupid. It doesn't have any impact on our current lives. It doesn't make us depressed like the last few subjects.
That's true, yeah.
So I wanted something a little bit more light, you know?
It is funny to look at people who've lived before us and all the nonsense that they believed. That is hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean, this is peak nonsense.
This is
the most nonsense I have seen in a long time.
I'm just wondering, like, how like Mean Girl were like the priests back then. So if someone was like, if there's a member of the community came up to you that you didn't really like, and you were like, I want to be invincible, and the priest is like, okay, so what you need to do is like, just get everyone you love to come into the town square and just shit yourself. Or something. I just do something,
prank, bro.
And it may or may not work because it depends on the temperature. Just completely Mean Girl them and just be like,
But it only takes effect after 24 hours.
Yeah,
or it wears off in 24 hours. So you better shit yourself now so that you can duel tomorrow.
Yeah, and if you take it and rub it all over your wife's face, Just how far could you take this complete nonsense?
This is advanced bullying.
You need to take everything in your house and cover it in shit and then burn it.
Get your finest bottle of red wine.
Other effective methods to kill some Gefrorenen were dunking your pike in holy water, which is how Wallenstein was allegedly killed, smearing earwax on your sword's edge, I have plenty of that, and sticking your knife into the ground or into rye bread baked during the night of Easter. Gefrorene were also perfectly vulnerable to getting stoned. The biblical kind.
Same, dude. No, but
or buried alive. What? No, burying alive somebody kills them? Crazy.
That's like one of the most horrifying ways to die.
Yeah, it's awful.
There's a great movie.
I've seen it, with Ryan Reynolds, I think. Yeah,
fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah, what was it? I remember
Buried. I think it was called
Buried. It's called Buried, yeah.
I remember someone being like, "Now this man was buried alive. How do we know?" And no, it was like, "How would you know that?" And then you could
all the fucking scratch marks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the darkest way to find it.
Oh,
yep.
It's so mean.
But if you are Gefrorenen, fuck you. It will stick you in the ground.
That kills them. It's foolproof. If you put someone in a box that with no air,
6 feet under,
where nobody can easily get you, and you can't get any water or food, that might kill you. Maybe.
Oh my God! During the 30 Years' War, the stable master of Prince Bernhard of Saxe-Weimar was buried up to the neck and had his head twisted off. Woo!
You're the ruler of a fucking territory, and
the stable master.
Oh, what? That's stuff. What the fuck?
That is an insane way to go.
So he's buried.
They do pop off. What are they called? The twist off caps.
But why did they do that?
Because they, I guess, thought he was a Gefrorener, and they tried to kill him anyways. So
I have the image of Joey from Friends when he's in that the beach. Do you know on the beach when he's buried himself in the beach, and then just Chandler comes out and rips his head off? I don't know why that's where my brain went immediately.
Joey!
But I'd be like, God, Friends is actually a lot darker than I remember.
Can you have less head?
That's what you get for being really sexist, Joey.
Can you be more Can you be more gefroren, Joey?
This is something Joey would believe, though.
Oh yeah, Joey would totally believe in the fucking Gefrorenen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how he got his acting role.
At this rate, is it even worth it to go through all of this shit to be invincible if they're gonna kill you in one of the most horrifying ways possible?
Yeah, because the alternative would have been just shoot me, please. But they're like, oh, we can't do that.
And also, are these guys not considering the fact that immortal does not mean immune from pain?
Nope.
They say that
all they exist in is pain. It's the 16th century. Everything hurts all the time. Your teeth hurt all the time. Yeah. Your bones hurt all the time. You have the shittiest. So then
why would you want to stay alive? Is the thing forever?
That's the human condition. Also, you gotta bang once in a while. So there's still some joy to be had. But
if you were
a lot of your existence is pain.
If you were really religious and you believed in heaven and you were living like that, I'd be like, can I just go now, please?
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
But you can't go now because that would be a sin.
Yeah, that's
but then I wouldn't. I wouldn't try and make myself.
I would start fights with people to get them to kill me instead.
Yeah,
Gefroren and shit.
Oh, not really. Sure. Well, because I wouldn't do any charms. I would just be like.
No, but there's another guy who has a charm you pick the fight with, and he just goes full buck wild on you.
Sure. Yeah.
And this tradition exists in German-speaking regions.
And also Scandinavia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in Ireland, I don't think we'd buy any of that stuff. It's way too confusing.
Too many rules. This is Austrian and German superstition. Because it's like you have the rules. For the hex.
Fucking many.
For the hex, there's a rule set.
Meanwhile, the U.S. and also Ireland basically has. Is like a puka basically Bigfoot? I feel like that's the same thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, we just have fucking Bigfoot, just another guy who just shows up occasionally. Meanwhile, you want to become Bigfoot by doing all of this horrific shit.
Yeah, this again, it is very giving me ÖBB train app vibes. You could buy this ticket, but there's all these terms and conditions attached to it.
Of course.
If you want to go to Luxembourg, you have to shit your pants right here.
bury your penis for the next 3 weeks in soil, and then we will give you a ticket, yeah?
You must throw your phone at 4 virgins at Easter. Like, excuse me? I have 50 euros. Can I just pay?
Also, I don't know any virgins. I'm cool. So what do you expect me to do? Go to a kindergarten and just...
I used to know some virgins, but they ain't anymore.
Ew. No, but
I really want to just work in customer service now in Vienna and just be like, I will need the blood of 6 children if you don't have your receipt.
Anyway, if you could rate me 5 stars or more, that would be really helpful with my next evaluation period.
Yeah. If you give me 5, if you don't give me 5 stars on Uber, you will have to bring me a dead body,
a black cat sewn into a black cow or whatever.
would you bring me a skinned worm that's still alive? I'll accept that as payment.
Would you like a Kinder Bueno? They're 50% off. No, thank you. Slow moving worm. What? Excuse me? It just makes you immortal. That's it. But it's not 50% off.
That's not immortal under the nose. Just so you know.
That's like going to a Brunnenmarkt and they're just like yelling out like a
vulnerabilities, invincibilities.
Yeah, meteorite.
30% off.
Wait, did you sharpen this sword on the steps of a church or the steps of a library? Because that's a library. It's not going to work. You're like, oh shit. Okay, well you can have a discount on that one. We should bring all of this back. That is make everything more.
The barter system, but it's only strange objects.
To be fair, a bar in Vienna called Gefrorene would be already pretty dope. Like as a name.
Yeah, as a design. Oh yeah,
Die Gefrorenen.
I would love that. I would go to that place all the time.
Yeah, right. Sounds like a dope ass fucking place to sin. All right. Of course, even in early modern times, many people were scientists at heart. So there are quite a few stories of the various methods being put to the test. Unfortunately, human test subjects needn't be used, as there are tales of Gefrörer, particularly those who actually served the devil, who could make pretty much anything gefroren, including horses, dogs, cheese, fruit, butter, even mosquitoes, and, as was the case in Vienna, a herring.
An immortal piece of cheese.
Bulletproof cheese, bro!
I'm so...
That is so stupid.
Can I just say, I'm so glad that refrigerators exist and pasteurization.
Sorry, what type? Is this Edam or mozzarella? Oh no, it's immortal. Excuse me.
That's.
You're an idiot.
That's like a slice of American cheese can survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, this is basically McDonald's.
The Reagan cheese. Yeah, the Reagan cheese could totally.
Reagan era cheese.
That is definitely gefrorenen cheese.
It's been a curse has been put on it to live forever. Same with Twinkies.
Yeah. Twinkies,
what was the other one? Cheese, a herring.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want an animal to live forever?
I mean, the horse makes sense. You ride into battle with that one.
Yeah, I guess you just don't give a shit about the well-being of your horse. Because, like...
I'd say if most horses had the choice, they'd probably like to be immortal, I'd say. They're grand. Like
they don't seem very happy ever. Like horses always seem so depressed. Like they always look like someone just shot their best friend.
Which is... more likely than not, because they're horses.
Which is weird, because I'd be really happy if everybody was riding me all the time.
All right, you get that one.
Yeah. How would you get protected by virgins then?
So it was horses, dogs, cheese, fruit, butter, and even mosquitoes.
You don't give a shit about your dog, like dying of like arthritis, or not dying of arthritis, but suffering with it, living with it.
One such test included shooting at a bottle with purportedly magical herbs in it, at a cat with an incantation written on a piece of paper attached to it, and at a dog with a coin featuring the image of St. George around its neck.
Shooting at cats and dogs.
This experiment proved quite conclusively that herbs and spells worked. Coins didn't. However,
okay.
You fucking dumbasses with your fancy little rocks.
However, a later study undertaken during the First World War, in which a dog was fitted with a magic letter, suggested that it's actually just dogs in general that refuse to become invulnerable.
The first World War. The first.
That is insane.
Can you imagine the British like fighting the Germans? Be like, where are the Germans? Like they're shooting a dog because they're trying to see if it can become immortal. And you're like, okay, because we're supposed to be at war now. But
I guess we can go for tea.
Okay, let's just have one sandwich.
That sort of reminds me of how like during the Cold War the US tried to like employ cats as like spies.
Listening devices.
Listening devices, even though cats like famously do not follow orders at all.
Also, they fuck with the equipment that you attach to them because they don't like that shit.
Yeah, if they don't like something, they'll let you know. Like it's famous. They're famous for that. And
our top spy, Fluffy. We need to bomb America at. Oh, Fluffy. Shut up, Fluffy.
You're giving yourself away.
No, the sad
Octopussy.
The sad thing about that cat too is that like they invested like several million only for it to like immediately get hit by a car.
Yeah. It ran into the street and got hit by a car.
So sad.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know this story at all.
Spy cat immediately died.
Now, if that cat had been carrying some fucking coins, some herbs, well, maybe.
I mean, it's even
CIA should have tried that. They were trying hallucinogenics. They weren't trying Gefrorene and shit.
I love the British, what they tried during World War II, which was get like 10,000 rats, put a small explosive device with a timer on each of the rats, put them all on a plane. There was no idea how to set the time because you would have to manually set it on like 10,000 rats, but whatever. Then the plane would fly over a shipyard or something like that, drop the rats into the water. The rats obviously would immediately swim for the next thing that's floating, which probably would be a boat, and then crawl into the boat, and then they all explode at the same time. It never went beyond testing stage, but we did that during World War II. Well, not we, the British, but still.
The British they're just, in every war, they're just such villains. They're just...
But also, that's so impractical. How are you going to get all of them to explode at the same time?
Also, so many precision clocks that you need, so many explosives, so many rats that you have to train, basically, to not...
I can just see Churchill in a bathtub, just in a cigar, be like, get the rats. Get the rats.
Release the rats.
Release the rats.
We'll fight them on the rats. We'll fight them on the dogs. We'll fight them on the horses.
We'll fight them with explosive rats that don't actually detonate at the correct time.
So funny.
Why don't we have statues to that? To like rats explosive rats.
All right. Of course, just because you don't have to experiment on humans doesn't mean that you can't. Thus, one Upper Styrian huntsman approached 17th century Austrian physician Adam von Lebenwald, offering to eat some unidentified plant called Gemswurz and have Lebenwald shoot at him. The doctor refused, saying that he didn't believe in such things and didn't want to kill the man.
Finally, a skeptic.
The only good guy in the story.
The only good
I'm going to eat this plant, then shoot me.
17th century doctor.
I need you to shoot me. I'm not going to do that. You will die. It's like, oh, come on, man.
All right.
I ate a fucking cursed piece of cheese.
Others were not so squeamish, however. One unnamed duke tried it on a man who was selling spells to soldiers. The man's product didn't pass the quality check. So he shot him in the face, basically.
Did the duke try it on himself?
No.
On someone else.
Yeah. Duke Albrecht of Saxony performed the same check on a Jew with much the same results. Two soldiers, one Saxon, the other Swedish, are reported to have gone so far as to just shoot at themselves.
Yeah, Friedrich would never. Fucking the guy who would serve on the front lines of World War I, he's doing the work. He's like Vince McMahon doing his own steroids.
Yeah.
This fucking Duke pussy ass bitch is like, I gotta kill some ne'er-do-wells and some people we consider inferior.
Lame.
Loser.
Lame
fucking
behavior.
Put your own money where your mouth is. Put your own bullets where your mouth is.
That's not real Gefrorene behavior.
That's some pussy shit.
Yeah.
What, are you afraid to die? Idiot.
It's unknown if they survived long enough to be surprised by the less than ideal results.
If they survived long enough to know they were
because again,
die.
Shooting at each other, it's not a good recipe for surviving the night. To conclude this wacky little trip down German superstition lane, it may in fact be possible that it is not only dogs that are resistant to the whole invulnerability thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wise words.
So
this
listeners,
was Gefrorene.
for your homework, get some cheese, get some heart of
Spain or whatever.
This I love it. I love it. It's so good. But
so this was the origin of 50 Cent. I don't know.
Do we think that Friedrich Schiller like believed in all of this shit?
Probably not.
I was wondering because it's like I had trouble wondering. I had trouble like connecting the original quote to the rest of this. Where I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like bullets flying, charms.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense now, but I'm just like, none got so far as to scratch off his skin, except for the guy who had to shake the bullets out of his skin.
Well, and Wallenstein got piked.
Yeah.
He got piked to death. With
Valentine.
Wallenstein.
Oh, Wallenstein.
Yeah. The general from the quote at the beginning. That guy died not from the bullets, but because somebody stabbed him. And again, I think also one of the reasons why this was such an effective tool was that because gunsmithing in the 16th century was atrocious. You didn't have barreled rifles. You didn't have even top loading or anything like proper ammunition wise. So your gunpowder was always of a different quality and make. The bullets you often had to make yourself to make them fit your specific barrel. There was no unification in there. So there's an incredible inaccuracy when it comes to firearms. So there's a good chance that when you ride up to a line that shoots too early, for example, that all the bullets just keep whizzing by you and you're like, oh my God, I'm invulnerable, right?
Because of that cheese I ate.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. But I think that added to that we were still in a time period where weapons were so inaccurate.
Yeah.
There was just one or two guys who just rolled the dice and came up sixes all the time, like they won every single roll until they didn't.
But the blades were pretty accurate. Like
that's the thing. That's why all of those motherfuckers dies by a halberd to the head or being stabbed to death by a pike or something
and internally bleeding as a result of some
exactly.
of
Because if I was going into battle and I was like, I cannot be harmed by any sword, I'd probably just get a little knife and sort of test it. And then be like, oh shit, it didn't work. Before you go out and to be like, I'm unstoppable. And you're like, maybe not.
And it's always like, I can't help but think,
look at me, losers.
I am invincible.
Yeah, exactly. That's that guy who in a horror comedy walks out of the building and a bus out of frame just hits him.
Yeah.
Guys, we should split up.
Yeah. You guys, check out the Gefrorene downstairs.
No, I can't help but it, since you're talking about how shit the gunsmithing was at the time. I love that at no point anyone was like, what if we just didn't hurt each other?
Oh, no.
What if we just didn't?
It's history.
Why do I have to get some fucking bat juice all over? Why do I have to bathe in like a dead body?
Oh, you're saying why don't we just not have any wars?
Yeah, basically.
I think it's because there was no women doing anything at that point to make that argument.
Yeah.
And the few women that made arguments at that time period were also bloodthirsty motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're like, I need...
Most royals I look up in that time period that are women are just like, oh yeah, let's murder even more.
Murder
you're thinking
everybody.
of specifically Elizabeth of Bathory.
I mean,
she's the one who's like, I need poor people for my skincare routine.
That's so insane.
Also, I'm not being funny because I saw there's a big painting of her in Bratislava. I mean, I don't know how many virgins she killed for her skincare routine. It did not work.
Exactly.
Not a hottie. Not a hottie at all.
No.
Yeah. Should have used
Dragon's blood.
or a black cat sewn into a black cow or whatever, you know?
If she had some friends, then maybe she.
Or what was it? Afterbirth.
Oh, placenta.
The placenta into the coat.
Yeah,
Or
she
the
could have.
period of a virgin. Oh God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Delicious.
Europe was so hormonal at this time. No.
Truly our puberty years.
Yeah, just all our testosterone, like, wow!
Just stab
every day.
Gotta poke something.
Yeah.
Ugly, violent, horny. Those are the teenage years.
Truly Europe, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, this was a fascinating topic in my opinion, and it was lovely to have you here, Shane. Thank you so much for being here.
For
I have so much fun when I'm here.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
we are having a ton of fun every time you're here.
Yes.
Plugs. Where can people find you? What are you up to?
Find me on my website, ShaneDoesComedy.com. Also on Instagram, Shane Callahan.
Nice. Links in the description below.
Links in the description of a big show, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day in Vienna.
No, that might...
That we should be able to get this episode out before then.
We'll see.
I think so.
Because we have 2 still.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it might be right around the time you actually...
Terrence's episode is gargantuan. I'm so glad that this was just us fucking around.
That's why I wanted to do this after the insanity that was the close of the first season.
Do you think that maybe Nestor was Gefrorene since he survived so much bullshit?
For sure. Like, no, not Gefrorene for real, in sense of that somebody put a spell on him because he doesn't believe in that shit.
I think he was just like
for real. He was a real Gefrorene.
He survived so much. So did Adolphus Sax, the guy who invented the saxophone. He got fucking clubbed he like fell out of a 3-story building as a baby.
Yeah, and survived.
He slept next to like furniture polish every single night. He drank sulfuric acid
on accident.
Not
the guys who hated him tried to kill him at least twice. Once with a bomb.
And then someone else
under his bed,
and someone else slept in his bed.
It killed him.
Wow!
And then they tried to assassinate him with shooting him, and they killed one of his co-workers.
Yeah, and then he got mouth cancer again from eating too much puss. He
That's our in-game theory.
Our in-game theory, and then died of pneumonia.
Oh shit! So now just by having so much sex.
Probably,
actually.
Yeah.
But he made it to very respectable old age. He made it over
like
80.
70.
Over 80. I think it made him over 80. Okay. But yes, Adolphus Sax, crazy life too. But yes, Gefrorene. I think this was
the real life.
Yes, that was a real life.
These guys.
they want to be jackass.
They fell off of cliffs and died so that Adolphus Sax
could run.
So he can really walk.
The modern way of testing that is to put a bomb onto your bed.
Yeah,
basically. And just be like, does this work? Can we do this?
God, this is just homeopathy all over again.
Extreme homeopathy.
Eat some globally and you're bulletproof.
Imagine if you were living with someone, you're like, oh, they're really nice, they're a good cook, but they keep putting explosives under their bed because they think that they're immortal. They'd be like, okay, that's a lot.
Also, every time I buy a bottle of wine, they keep putting it in the toilet, and I don't understand.
For a year.
Yeah, toilet wine. I thought I was finished with that after prison.
Yay. All right, this was a lot of fun,
thank you so much for coming, guys.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Exactly. See you next time. Bye.